Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Mage the Ascension the Victorian Age here on Dork Tales. I hope you're all having a great time tonight. Folks, we are going to be hopping into game in just 1 minute, but I want to say I'm really excited to be back here in Mage the Victorian Age. It has been a little bit of time because we were away for onyxpath. Those games are going to be going up later this week. So hopefully you can go and watch them on YouTube and check them out. There was even a Mage 1990s game that was just, it was a treat. It was a treat. It was this cast plus the lovely Bunny Hearted doing a bunch of crazy stuff. But we're going to be hopping into game in just 1 sec. So hey everybody, I'm Kelly. I'm your storyteller here. I use he and him, and I am really excited to be getting back into Mage. Let's go ahead and introduce the doves, starting with Christine. Hey Christine.
Hello, I'm Christine. I use she, her pronouns. You can find me as Lady Liliana in just about every place that you might be looking. And otherwise, I am playing Dr. Evelyn Taylor tonight. She is our Society of Ether member.
Nice. All right, over in the corner, we have Amy.
Oh, hello, that's me. Hi, I am Amy. My pronouns are she, her, or they, them, and I am playing Chastity, Prudence, Goodwin, the celestial chorister slash cult of ecstasy member of this group. And yeah, I'm excited to be back with her.
Nice, we're excited to have you back. Down in the corner, we have Jen.
Hey, I'm Jen, and I use she, her pronouns, and tonight I play Josephine Carrington, our Order of Hermes Bani Tharsis, who's very excited for some swashbuckling.
It's kind of your entire shtick, right? And last but not least, over to Robin.
Hello, I'm Robin. I use she, her pronouns, as does my lovely character, Darcie Harkness, our member of the Verbena, with her familiar Bran, who is not with me right now. He's, I think, in a drawer, actually. But I am Second Gen Gamer in the chat, and most where you can find me elsewhere on social media. And I am looking forward to, again, a night of swashbuckling, as you might tell from our lovely costumes. It's fun to switch it up.
Nice. So folks, a couple of announcements real quick. Number one is that if you are a fan of Mage the Ascension the Victorian Age, it is now going up every week on podcast. So if you go to the Dork Tales podcast, available pretty much at every podcast outlet that you get your podcasts from, episodes 0 and 1 are up, and episode 2 will be going up. I think we're going to be releasing on Fridays or Saturdays. I'm still trying to solidify that schedule, but I wanted to get it out for the long weekend. So definitely check that out. Give it some reviews, and it's a great way to listen to Mage the Ascension. And I know a lot of people on the World of Darkness groups were asking for us to do the podcast, and I got behind on stuff, unfortunately. So besides that, I also wanted to thank our sponsor for the month, a wonderful little Vancouver-based game company called Bookwyrm Games. So I'm going to read a little ad copy about them and tell you about a new project that they have that they are very generously supporting us to advertise. So please check them out. Calling all dice dragons, Bookwyrm Games has over 168, and even more because they just got more, different types of dice, from acrylic to resin, metal to liquid core, and even actual gemstones, like a Mage the Ascension and Technocracy inspired gemstone sets of amethyst and I forget what the Technocracy one is, but they're blue and they're lovely. Dice bags will hold your hoard, and trays will ensure you're rolling safely. Engage all senses while gaming with their candy dice or themed scented candles. Check out their 5-set mystery boxes, or even a mystical monthly item subscription for fun surprises each and every month. There is 10% off for anyone who uses code DORKTALES, all one word, and goes to bookwyrmgames.com. Again, that's code DORKTALES at bookwyrmgames.com. Quick reminder that if you order $100 or more Canadian, you have free shipping, which is a fantastic deal, especially because the Canadian dollar is pretty bad. So if you're outside Canada, you're going to be doing pretty well on that. Happy adventuring. And a quick reminder as well that Bookwyrm Games still has their Quest Chest Kickstarter. Do you like immersive games? You're watching Mage the Ascension, so I'm assuming that you do. Check out The Quest Chest by Bookwyrm Games. You can engage all senses playing this fully system agnostic module with wax-sealed letters, metal coins, candles, and actual tea, as well as narrated voiceover and custom music to set every scene. Secrets hide in plain sight, with ciphers and puzzles for your players to decode. The first 2 boxes are available right now on bookwyrmgames.com, which you can use the code DorkTales to save 10% on, or you can go to the Kickstarter for Quest Chest and learn more about it at questchest.info, where there are an additional 5 of them that you can back. And if enough of you back it and enough of you go and buy some of them off of the website using code DorkTales, Bookwyrm Games is going to work with us to produce a chest quest, a pirate-themed digital primary quest chest, which is going to be a hell of a lot of fun, and I'm really looking forward to that. So big thank you to Bookwyrm Games for sponsoring us. Y'all are amazing, and congratulations for you just had a good stint at Origin. So go support the Kickstarter. It's a really good product. I was lucky enough to get a couple of the ones that are on the website right now, and they're incredibly high quality. They're basically escape rooms mixed with modules in a box, and they're a great way to spend time around the table. Besides that, I wanted to quickly say that a big thank you to everybody who is on our Patreon at patreon.com/dorktales, where tomorrow you're going to get advanced access to Jen's Technocracy game, which is broadcasting tomorrow at 6 p.m. It is going to be a hell of a lot of fun. I'll tell you more about that on the break, but a reminder that, hey, I really do appreciate anybody who goes to Patreon and supports us, because it is the lifeblood of the channel. And with that out of the way, are there any questions before we begin game?
What the fuck is going on, Kelly?
So many questions, Kelly.
All right. So does anybody need to spend any experience points?
No.
No?
No, I'm saving.
You're saving yours? Okay.
I think so. What? Yeah, because it's what? A dot plus. It's not a dot plus. It's 2 abilities are 3 times the current dot, right?
I think
yes.
2 times.
Is it 2 times or 3 times? It's 2 times. You're right.
It's 2 times.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm getting so many XP systems mixed up.
Yep.
Real quick, as we are going through this, if you are not affected by the quiet, I've already put this in our private chat, but you will have ride 2, ride 2, melee 2.
If you are affected by the quiet, you said not again.
Did I say it again? Ah, damn it. So basically, if you're quieted, it will be ride 2, melee 2, firearms 2. Does that make sense? That seems like it made sense. All right. So
is that so if you already have dots in,
then you don't worry about it. You take whichever's higher.
Okay, cool. But it doesn't like blend.
No, you don't get like plus 10.
Okay. Well, I was wondering.
No, not this time. Maybe later. All right. So besides that, were there any other questions about mechanics before we begin?
I don't think so.
All right. So
Yeah, I don't think so.
then this should be a lot of fun. I would like each and every one of you right now to make me an Rattray roll. Chastity, you may add your successes to your rote that you had in effect. So please roll your Rattray, difficulty 6. You can spend willpower on this roll, I will say.
Oh, that is a question I had was, I'm guessing we didn't regenerate any willpower.
You did not regenerate any willpower. No.
Cool.
Oh,
Hey, chat, if anyone wants to buy a willpower.
You're at 2 or down 2?
Confirm,
No, I have 2 successes. I'm down 4 willpower.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm down 3.
What were you
but
asking,
I've
Amy?
got
that I had 4 successes last time, and I just rolled 3 successes now.
Okay.
So I have 7 successes for this mind effect shield.
Okay.
Is that what I'm understanding? Okay.
Something like that. Yeah. Okay.
so many willpowers. Who's going to what, guys?
All right. Is that how many successes you got?
2, yeah.
Okay. Christine? 4. Okay. And Jen? 2.
Also 2.
All right. Well, Amy's free. I bought new dice today, folks. I need more details.
Great. So how's Chastity doing?
Chastity's great. All right, so folks, let's hop into game now. Y'all ready? Let's do it.
Let's go.
Last time on Mage the Ascension, the Victorian Age, you all spent a perfect day in Paris. And as you did, things began to seem strange. Throughout this perfect day, things felt unnatural. They felt repetitive. And one by one, you each were slowly woken out of it, realizing that you had been living this day for an unknown amount of time. You began to see visions of a strange building, some type of facility, some type of institution, and felt yourselves being monitored by a strange person wearing what could only be described as a Jules Vernian diving suit. Throughout your struggle to escape, you confronted Madame Baudelaire, and Evelyn went so far as to murder her. As gas flooded the building that you found yourself in, you rushed to a hermetically sealed bay door and managed to make your way through. But as you made it to the other side, you could see that strange figure in the suit was still following, still watching. And as you sealed the bulkhead door into the next area, you found yourselves once again falling under this place's surreal spell. And that is where we begin our adventure today. It is a lovely day in France. You find yourselves in a verdant countryside. All around you are the sounds of insects chirping, of birds tweeting in the trees, the smell of fruit ripening on trees tickles at your noses. Each of you is astride a strong, majestic steed, a color that you can choose yourselves. It's been an unknown amount of time since you left the busy city. Each of you equipped with your own missions, each of you equipped with your own secretive endeavors. Each of you has come here to the countryside to meet up with your fellow conspirators. The Doves, a secret society bound to work together to overthrow those in power who you feel abuse their natural advantages. Once, perhaps, you were members of the High Court, but now you work to dethrone them, to give power back to the people, and to return France to its glory. As you sit astride your horses, each of you dressed in the costumes of your choosing, each of you equipped with your accoutrements to defend yourselves, rapiers, pistols, perhaps even a jaunty hat astride your steed. Can I get you to describe what your character looks like and what your horse looks like as you sit astride them on this rolling French countryside? Let's start in reverse this order. Let's start with Darcie. Darcie, describe what you look like.
So Darcie is astride this beautiful large black Frisian horse. So the horses that have the like little like almost like feathers on the hooves that come out. So it's just like this beautiful black horse. The ears slightly like they almost point inwards to this long, curly, like wavy flowing mane and tail that both are just like as she's like galloping along, it just like flows out behind her. She's riding this lovely black leather saddle that is like the English style saddle, but it's just shining leather and a matching black leather bridle bit. So it almost looks like she's not riding with any tack at all because just it almost blends into the horse's background. She herself is wearing, she has her hair down slightly but with braids on the sides and in a beautiful little ponytail to keep her wind or her hair out of her face from the wind. She's wearing this lovely red and black corset with a like poofy black blouse underneath it, and she has riding pants that she wears with again black leather boots that come up to just under her knee, and has on beside her she has a pistol on one like almost like thigh, and then she has a rapier on the other side of her as well. You'll see that she has a fan that kind of just is attached to her belt as well.
Nice. Next, Jen, what does Josephine look like?
Josephine's riding a bay horse, so it's the one that kind of has the red coloring but with the black mane and tail and black stockings. And she is actually dressed kind of similarly to the way she always dresses, because she always wore a riding skirt and kind of swashbucklery type clothing, and so she's just wearing a dark gray riding skirt, and she also has a rapier and a pistol on her hips.
Nice.
And yeah, her hair's down and braided, but wisps of it have broken loose and are kind of flying in the breeze.
Sounds good. And Evelyn, how do you look?
So Evelyn is riding a palomino, which is a golden colored horse, kind of a golden cream. And I think she is wearing like kind of a very loose fitting cream shirt, very much a poet shirt. And she's got like brown breeches, I guess, coming up to like waist, so cinching it all in. And she's got a belt with I think a couple flintlocks hanging from it, a dagger at the small of her back, riding boots with like a little hint of something at the top, so a suggestion that there might be some more knives stuck in her boots. And she just has most of her hair loose, just some of it up and away from her face. And I think she has a hat attached, just it's looped onto her saddle right now because she's not caring to wear it.
And Chastity. The
So
rest of
Chastity-
hold on one moment.
Yeah.
The rest of your allies are sitting around on their horses astride. They clip up to each other. I need you to make me an immediate dexterity and athletics roll if you do not have the ride skill on your sheet.
I don't.
Dexterity and
that one-
athletics at a difficulty of 8, please.
I have no athletics, so it's just dexterity at difficulty of 8.
Yep.
This bodes
Okay.
well.
I roll a 2 and a 5.
A 2 and a 5. As you are looking at this, you are going to suddenly come to, like you will step through this miasma that blankets this room. The door, the bulkhead is going to grind shut behind you. And then you are going to turn and find yourself astride a horse that is going to look back at you with this baleful, like, whale eye, just, and is going to buck you off. I need you to make me a stamina roll for soak.
And that's just your standard 6 for
Yep, difficulty 6.
difficulty? Okay.
Mhm.
6, a 7, and a 10.
Okay, so you are not going to suffer any damage. You are going to be bucked off and are going to hit the ground right in a puddle at the base of an apple tree. And there's going to be a big splash, and you are going to come to and see that you are still wearing the clothing that you are wearing in this fantasy, but you are completely conscious of who you are and what is going on, or what is going on with you. You have no idea the plot of the story. So the rest of you are going to watch. Chastity, please describe what you look like laying in a puddle covered in mud.
Well, she's covered in mud, so that's pretty much turned all of her, the white of her outfit into murky brown and grays, and but otherwise she's got like she's got brown riding pants and a brown corset that laces up at the front, and a poet's ruffled shirt underneath, which, as I said, is now mostly brown and gray at this point.
Okay.
And her hair is kind of like, I think it's probably a slightly different style, but also just like drenched and caked with mud now.
Okay, so looking up, you are going to see all of your allies. Allies, what do you do as she slops onto the ground?
Did you have too much to drink?
Little wobbly there.
Okay, that's not funny.
What?
Why are we on horses?
Well, I'm certainly not walking.
Yeah, I think you've we're on horses. I don't think you're on a horse anymore there, Chas.
Well, I noticed that. I got knocked off. What?
Did you hit your head?
Did you check your
Yes.
girth as well? Did you slip off that? You got to tighten it before you go again. You know the horses always puff out their stomachs.
You got a knee
What's
in the
that to do
stomach,
with
right?
girth? What?
Get the air out so that they don't cheat you.
Yeah,
know?
they usually tend to puff out just because, you know, they don't want to get cinched in, almost like these corsets, right? Oh, where's your horse gone off to?
Sure. Okay.
Darcy's gonna start whistling for the horse. Chas.
Make me a charisma and animal handling roll.
Okie dokie. What would animal handling?
Oh, pardon me, animal can.
be? It's not on the sheet.
Oh, is it
either.
not on the sheet
Yeah,
anymore?
we don't have it on
Oh,
the
they took it out
sheets.
in
Expression, empathy.
So, give me plus ride.
Okay. Does charming apply?
Sure, why not? The horse can be charmed.
Okay. What's my difficulty?
Your difficulty is going to be 6.
Okay, good. Alright, so that's only gonna be 2. I rolled a 1 as well, so only 2 successes.
2 successes. All right. The horse is going to slowly canter back your way. It is a pretty stock standard brown horse. That is going to kind of what? It's, you know what? It's a chestnut. There. It is. It is. Do you want to describe it, Robin, since you know horses so damn well?
Oh, I just was saying Amy had chosen her horse that she wanted it to be in the chat already, but it's not that.
Yes, but it's not because Amy.
I don't get to pick.
Amy doesn't get
Amy
a
doesn't
pick.
get to pick. No.
No.
So sad. I'm so
No.
sad. but
You know what?
okay.
I'll spend you
Yeah, it
something
could
good
be a
happens
nice
for you to pick if you want.
chestnut.
It's not worth it. It
You
can
sure?
be a generic
Okay.
brown horse, but
The
That
horse
could
will,
be chestnut.
the chestnut
Chestnut
will ride
mare.
back
They're
over,
particularly evil, so it makes
and
sense.
we'll let out a slight like nicker as it approaches. Like,
Oh, there's a good girl. Of course, you picked the chestnut mare there, Chastity. They're known to be quite feisty.
I had
Yeah.
no say in this.
We all chose a horse.
I don't even know where this horse came from.
But we picked them out of the stable, like just a
you
little
sure?
bit ago.
Are you sure you
I
aren't
have to
ill?
refresh my mind.
Yeah, are you
I
sure
could
you haven't
be.
had
I
anything
don't
to
know.
drink?
Well, now I don't know.
please get a perception and alertness roll from anyone here. Difficulty of 7 because of your conversation.
Remind me, if I roll 1 success and a 1 subtracts it,
Yep.
that's not a botch. That's
It's
just
not a
fail?
botch. It's only if you get no successes at all.
Okay.
3 successes for Darcie. Okay.
Sorry, what was the
One success for
difficulty?
Josephine.
Difficulty 7. 1 success for Josephine.
3 successes.
3 successes. All right. So, Darcie and Evelyn, as you are sitting astride your horse, looking kind of like talking with Chastity, you are both going to feel your ears prick up as you hear. There's a rider coming this way. Perhaps it's the one that you're supposed to be meeting. And in the distance, you can see a little plume of dust as the rider is going down the country roads toward your direction. Josephine, after a moment, you will notice the sound of the horse riding forward at top speed. In the distance, a dark rider is approaching, holding something out as he rides. It appears to be some type of missive.
Well, Chastity, come on, get up. There's a rider approaching. You don't want to be looking like you're on your arse, are you?
No, of course I would never want that. And Jess is gonna try and get up and figure out how to mount a horse because it's. Maybe she rode one once when she was a kid in the 1600s, but.
All right,
not
so
since
go ahead and give me a charisma plus leadership roll to try to convince the horse to let you ride it. Do it at
What's my
7 because
difficulty?
you've already pissed the horse off.
I have a specialty in charisma as of bold. Does that help at all?
Sure, against a chestnut, yes.
At least it's not a thoroughbred,
It's, I mean,
is it?
Doesn't Chastity have a specialization in riding crop? Can she not just
I
use
was
that?
gonna say.
Oh, what the hell? Okay. So 10s explode on specializations, right?
Yes.
So and that isn't counteracted by the fact that the 1 will cancel out one of those.
the 10 is not, no. And if you roll any 1s on the exploding 10, don't worry about those 1s.
Okay, so I rolled a single 1, and then I had 2 10s and a 7.
Okay, so you are going to be able to hop back astride the horse. So as you are riding up on the horse, or you hop back up, the rider is coming closer. He's perhaps maybe 100 meters away. As he is riding at top speed, you can see that he's this huge plume of smoke coming up, or dust coming up behind him. And as he approaches, he starts calling out, "Madames, madames, I have the message. I have." A gunshot echoes over the plains, and the rider tumbles to the ground. The horse continues riding, but the rider hits the ground. His neck snaps at a horrible angle as he lands on his head, and he falls dead on the ground. Those of you who are inside of the quiet will recognize this man as Jacques, an agent who has always been friendly to you.
Okay, so we need that message.
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
Can I ride towards him, slinging myself down on one side to reach down, grab the missive,
Yep.
and go?
Yes, you can. Go ahead and give me
And
dex.
on that
and-
note, can I add my Evelyn's point of ride to the 2 you gave us for being in the quiet?
You cannot. You take the higher of the
Damn
2.
it.
You take the higher of the 2. So as you're riding forward, give me a dexterity and ride roll to do so.
Darcie would like to look around for who fired the shot.
That sounds great. So can you go ahead and give me a perception plus alertness roll?
What was my difficulty?
Your difficulty on that's pretty high, so I'm going to say 8.
Okay.
And my difficulty?
Difficulty is going to be 6 because this is the 1600s, and gunshots leave a lot of residue in the air.
I really wish I had a specialty in any of these. I rolled a lot of 10s.
Nice. All right, Evelyn, how many successes did you get?
2.
So 2. Leaning down, you are going to manage to pluck the missive out of the dead man's hand. Jock's tongue is lulled to the side, and the man is obviously dead. Bits of bone are sticking through the flesh of his throat. And you are going to be able to grab it and turn your horse around. Darcie, looking around, you can see a plume of gun smoke headed your way from the east. A forest, a small patch of forest, lies to the east where a sniper must have shot.
So our paradigm is 3 musketeers, right?
Your paradigm is Alexander Dumas. Yes. If it feels like it could fit inside of a swashbuckling setting, it could work.
I know, I'm just trying to think about my rote for a forces shield for the bullets, but I don't know how I could fit that into swashbuckling. If you have any ideas, it would help.
What is your... Well, easy. You just draw your blade and you are protected by God and country, or something like that. Or merely the boldness of your action.
Or maybe a cape. I was going to say maybe she whips a cape on.
Yeah.
And that is like... Okay.
Well, why don't
Cool.
we... So, do you gesture to your allies to say where this is coming from?
Oh, of course. She's going to say... I forget. I want you to do a French accent. But over there, she's the gunshot came from over under.
All right, can I get everyone to make me an initiative roll?
Eee.
Ooh, I like these dice. These are good. Okay.
And it's wits and dexterity that gets added.
Yep, you add your wits and dex, and it only explodes if you have a specialty for it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, dexterity. Ooh. Okay, that is going to be 15 for me. Ooh, damn. What is your mod, Robin and Christine?
6.
Okay.
Same, 6.
Okay, both of you roll the d10 and tell me what you get.
Okay. 2.
And 9 again.
Okay. So, it is going to be the killer, Evelyn, Darcie, then Chas, then Josephine. Okay. All right. There's an explosion of motion, and you can see the woods are a good 100 meters to the east. A very quick, probably 3 rounds worth riding to get over there. I am going to do something. Evelyn, what do you do?
I think. So are we in like a very large plain?
Basically,
or,
it's like a
open
rolling
field?
French countryside.
Okay. She might try and go off at an angle and circle around.
Okay.
Because she's pretty sure her more impetuous friends are going to go straight at it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So she's going to try and set herself up to come up to the side or behind. And
That
kind of
sounds-
act like she's scared, running for cover type thing with her horse.
That sounds good to me. Can I get... So what I will allow you to do, anyone who is... you know what, I'll just let this go. All right, so you're going to do a full ride around. It sounds good. All right, Darcie, what are you doing?
Okay, so I think as she's gonna hit straight line for it, and then so she's actually this isn't quite the musketeer's hat, but imagine I'm adding it that she's wearing, has like that big floofy hat,
Yeah.
and as a thank you for the thing, she's just gonna like whoosh, whip her finger across the brim of the hat to turn on a forces shield,
Sounds good. Go ahead and make me an air
protect her
roll.
from bullets.
And a-
Perfect.
And a quick reminder that you can still move and cast. So this is going to be at a difficulty of 5.
Okay. Intends explode on magic rolls.
Yes, they do.
5 successes.
Okay. So that is going to be kinetic soak 4 for the remainder of the. Pardon me. That would be 2.
Kinetic soak 3 for the remainder of the scene.
Yep, that works for me.
Perfect.
Thanks for knowing your
Which will
successes.
be that. What?
And thanks for knowing your successes. That's always nice when people know the mage rules. It's nice.
Yep.
All right,
So
and
she'll do that, and then yeah.
okay, so you're gonna ride directly at it. Chastity, what do? You're astride the horse again.
She did not sign up for fighting and riding a horse at the same time. Do I have my riding prop with me this time, or am I still
You
like?
do not.
Do not. Okay, I'm all stripped down
You have
to
your
whatever
hand.
this setting.
Take a specialization in spanking.
Not so great for this, unfortunately. So she's going to try and figure out how to guide the horse. She's going to give it a kick,
Okay.
get it moving, and is probably going to spend the first round struggling to get going in the right direction, which I think is probably towards whoever shot
Okay.
the rider.
All right, so the horse is actually going to take off when you smack it. To see how well you ride, go ahead and give me a dexterity roll. You may spend willpower if you'd like.
Yeah, we're going to spend a willpower for that one.
Okay,
And you said, what was my difficulty?
6.
Okay, so
Oh wait, you have no ride
I'm glad
at
I
all?
spent that willpower because that would otherwise be a botch, I guess.
Okay. Sounds good. So you just fail? Okay, so you are going to hold on to your horse, and it is going to go... And basically it's keeping pace with Darcie's horse. Because Darcie kind of charmed it with her roll earlier, so it liked Darcie, and is following her like a goldfish. And you're just holding on for dear life. Josephine, what are you doing?
I think I am going to, draw my rapier and try and wheel the horse around so that I can head off after Darcie and Chastity, because we're the impetuous gang. Chastity not so much, but your horse took on that decision. But I'm going to do the same as Darcie and cast a Force's Shield. Kinetic
Sounds
Shield.
good. So what's your method of doing it inside of this type of
I
paradigm?
pulled out the rapier, like you said.
You're exactly right. You're like, ha ha.
Yeah.
All right. So go ahead
Yeah.
and give me that difficulty 5, please.
I can cut bullets out of the sky. What are you talking
Damn
about?
straight you can. Oh god, another. How many successes?
4.
Okay. So shield 2 for the remainder of scene.
Yep.
Okay, that sounds good. New round. I spent last round reloading my rifle, so I am now going to take a shot. I'm going to take a shot. Let's see. Darcie and Joe have both ridden off together. Darcie rode the first, though, so I'm going to take a shot at Darcie. Evelyn has gone around, so let's see. Let's spend a willpower on this. Ooh, damn. And that is with a specialty in firearms. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 successes to hit you. Another gunshot goes off, and a bullet goes directly across. Now here's the question: are you doing armor or are you doing soak dice for your shields?
So my the forces thing is are subtracted from or flight of the arrows is subtracted from successes rolled to the hit dice. So is that armor then?
That is no, it just subtracts from the dice I rolled. So I got 5. So that's versus successes rolled means that I had 5 successes. Now I have 2 successes. Okay, so that means that I'm rolling 8 dice to hurt you.
Ouch.
Oh, actually, you got off pretty easy comparatively.
Nice. I'm assuming I can soak this.
You cannot soak bullets.
Ooh. Okay.
So as you are riding, a gunshot is going to rip through the air and is going to slam into the side of your arm, blooding you. You're going to take 3 levels of lethal damage as blood sprays out the side.
No, I had a mark that I was bruised. I have the 1 box of lethal from last game. Is that? Are we still?
It's still there.
That'd be still. Okay.
Okay.
Ooh, Boise. Darcie's hurt.
Okay. Evelyn, you were continuing to ride around. You are going kind of circumventing, but you are out of the line of fire. Do you just continue riding?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and get close enough that I could potentially use a pistol, because
Okay.
they're not exactly long range, and when I can see what I'm shooting at.
What I will say is that if you are just doing a hard ride and are not doing any magic, if you spend this round just trying to ride hard, I will take your successes away from how long it takes you to get there. Basically, like, if you ride your horse harder, you'll get there faster.
Okay.
So if you make me a dex and ride roll at a difficulty of 6 and get several successes, you may get there next round, rather than in 2 rounds.
What was the difficulty you said?
Difficulty 6, we'll say.
That is 3 successes.
3 successes, all right. You will be in pistol range next round.
Okay.
So leaning down, you're going to kick your horse into high gear and start doing like this circle as you are riding that way. Darcie, you are pretty badly wounded, but are still up.
Yep.
And you are riding forward. What would you like to do? It's your turn.
I'm gonna continue riding forward, and then I am just going to rip a piece of like extra like flowing bit of fabric and try and bandage myself and use life to heal myself.
That sounds great. Can you go ahead and make me an Arete roll at a difficulty of 5? Oh, pardon me, difficulty of 5.
All right, that is 3 successes.
Okay.
Healing lethal.
You are
I
going to
forget-
heal all. You're going to heal all of it.
Perfect. Because I know it's 2 points.
And can you do me a
per
favor and add a point of straits?
Paradox.
Yeah,
Yeah. I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm at 6. Just to let you know.
that sounds great. And everybody, remind me in the chat what you had last episode. All right, so doing that, you're going to heal yourself and continue to ride forward. You are a little bit behind because you are, of course, doing other things besides just riding. Chas, you're up. So you are trying to ride alongside and not get kicked off. So what else would you like to do?
Can I see the
You cannot.
Not
They're
yet?
in the
Okay.
woods ahead of you, probably about 60 meters.
Okay. I want to try and sense where they are.
Okay. How would you do that?
She's also trying to think about how to do that, given she's a little bit out of her comfort
Yep.
zone here.
No, normally riding's exactly. The joke's been made.
Yeah. Not what she's used to in this case.
That's true.
I guess maybe if she's already sort of praying to herself that she doesn't get completely kicked off this thing, kind of like holding on and praying for dear life. Can she convert some of that into also desperately trying to figure out who this person is that's trying to kill them?
So how are you trying to do that?
Prayer.
Prayer? Yeah.
Focusing.
So what are you going to use?
So-
Mind magic?
Yeah, and if I can, I have Correspondence 1 that I picked up at the end of book 1.
Yeah, you can combine
that
Core
helps.
1, Mind 1.
Yeah, to figure out where this individual is.
That sounds
at least.
great. So go ahead and make me an Arete roll. Because of the riding, you're going to be jostled around, so I'm going to give you a concentration penalty. So
Yeah.
please give this to me at difficulty of 6.
Okay. God, what the hell? Okay. So I rolled a 10 and a 1, and the 10 exploded to a 3.
Okay,
So is that
that's a fail.
that's a fail. Okay,
Okay.
just a fail. Yeah.
I'm sorry. All right.
No,
so
I did not expect this to work.
So riding forward, you're gonna pray. How do you do this? Because you're getting jostled around. So like you're just like, Our Father
Is this
who
what
art
I'm
in
holding on? She's
heaven.
like, oh, so like, yeah, let's just kind of like, and then probably just like, yeah, yelling, oh God, what did I do to deserve this? As it fizzles out of.
Perfect. Josephine.
I am going to ride towards where I saw that gunshot come from, if I can.
You can.
And I'm just straight up running in or riding in there.
All right. So why don't you go ahead and make me a Dex and Ride roll to get there super quick.
Cool. Do I get my cat-like balance?
Oh yeah, give it to me a difficulty. Does that give you bonus dice, or is it difficulty break?
Hold on, let me double check. Reduce difficulty by 2.
Okay, yeah, do it.
Cool. So that would be difficulty 4?
Difficulty of 4.
5?
4. If you're just riding and doing nothing else, you are just going to hunker down and just really give it.
That's 3 successes.
3 successes. All right, you're going to barrel down and are going to burst through the woods, riding very gracefully through the woods as you're... And you're going to see he's probably ahead of you about 20 meters. A man dressed in like flowing black garb, a mask across his face like a highwayman, and a black hat without a feather. What kind of cad has no feather? Top of the round, he is going to see you enter, is going to drop his rifle and draw a hand flintlock and take a shot at you, as you are the closest. All right, and how does your Force of Shield work? Was it armor?
No, it's the same as Darcie's.
That makes life very easy for me.
Yeah.
Okay, so 1 success, 2 success, 3 success, 4 success, and ooh, that's a 10. Okay, so I got 6 successes, which means that I actually got 3 successes.
Ooh. Nope, because mine was only a 2.
Okay, I got 4 successes, so that is 10 dice of damage.
Ooh, baby, bring it.
Okay.
But not that hard. Not that hard, Kelly.
Oh my god. How many health boxes do you have?
Some. I have all of them.
Okay,
I'll come help you in a bit. I'll catch up.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna spend if something good happens to make that 1 I just rolled on a 10 actually take away. You are going to ride forward, going ha, and a bullet is going to. He's going to aim at you. In the name of the cardinal. And he's going to fire, and the bullet is going to catch you right in the chest for 6 lethal. Blood is going to explode out your back. And Evelyn, you have ridden to the edge of the wood around the way. You can see this man through the trees draw a flintlock and fire directly into Josephine.
Okay.
He does not appear to be aware of you at this point, though. You're going to have a slight difficulty because of the number of trees in this forest to hit him.
Feel like we probably want to be able to question him. Right?
Maybe. But you do have the missive, so this could just be an assassin sent from the evil cardinal.
This is true. Okay. I would like to draw a pistol
Yes.
and attempt to hit him in the hand.
In the hand. Okay, so it's going to be a called shot through the trees while on horseback. So this is going to be Dex plus firearms at a difficulty of 9.
Does concentration help me on this?
It...
Because you can block out everything that's distracting you from taking what you're trying to do. So like the horse, everything around me, I could block it out.
I will
and just
give it to you at
focus in.
difficulty of 8.
Yes. Okay. And this is firearms, so that's 2 plus dex.
Plus dex.
Okay.
So normally concentration wouldn't necessarily be for this, but because it's epic and in the moment, yes.
Okay, can I spend a willpower to make this easier?
Yes, you absolutely can. I would highly recommend it.
All right, so that's difficulty 7 then?
No, willpower gives you an auto success.
Okay, auto success. Okay.
Quint brings the difficulty down.
I couldn't remember if there
That's
was
for, like,
various
magic.
options of how you could apply willpower, because some games I think there are.
Yeah, some
What
of
you
them
can
do.
do with it?
Yeah, Chronicles. Right.
Hunter gives you a bunch of different ways to use willpower.
Yeah, it's really nice. I like that.
Okay. Okay. 2 successes, a 10 and a 9.
Okay, so do me a favor. This is a flintlock pistol. So if I'm not mistaken, that is 5 dice plus 2 successes. So that's going to be 6 dice of lethal damage at difficulty 6 to his hand.
Difficulty 6. That's a lot of 10s.
Okay,
That's 4 successes.
4 successes. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, he fires at Josephine. You are going to rear your horseback, take aim, and the hand with the flintlock that he just shot Josephine with is going to explode like that scene from RoboCop. Like, it's just going to turn into pasta as you shoot it, and is going to just be bones and nub from about the mid-forearm down as he screams and clutches at it. Darcie, it is your turn as you are riding up to the edge of the woods. So you can spend your round. Well, you can act this round inside of the woods if you'd like.
Mm-hmm.
So what would you like to do?
Can I get to Josephine?
Yes.
Okay. So I think
Josephine has not stopped. I am putting this out there. She has not been stopped by this.
amazing. Yeah, I think Darcy's gonna try and ride up to Josephine beside and try and like here, take. You need this more than me, and she'll take off the bandage that she tried to put on herself and try and heal Josephine.
Okay, so you're gonna try to bandage her while riding at full tilt. Can you please give me a for one? Let's go ahead and raise your straights to 7, just right off the bat. Give me. I would love a difficulty 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Difficulty 8. Rattray roll, please.
Okay, I'm gonna spend a willpower on that.
Okay.
I rolled 1 8, so 2 successes.
Okay, that's better than nothing. All right, so now did you spend the willpower? Did you roll and get a willpower?
Yes.
Okay, so 4 successes. Or 4 health levels are going to heal on Josephine. Okay, so she ties off. Apparently, it was a glancing chest wound because she plugs it up with a bit of her ripped bodice.
Already bloody, super healthy. I know.
At a full tilt, which is ridiculous. Chastity, it is your turn. What do you do? So you have just ridden to the edge of the woods.
Yeah, we're still doing. She's gonna try and slow down this horse.
Okay. How would you like to do that?
Well, she's going to do what she has been told how to do and has never probably has not succeeded at it very well. Is the pulling up on reins? I'm really hoping this thing has reins and she's not just barebacking this. We didn't actually specify that, I don't think.
You have saddles.
Okay, cool. And a bridle and everything.
Yep, absolutely. So what role would you like to use? Would you like to try to convince it to slow down or just kind of use your dexterity to make it slow down?
So I think she's trying to like pull back on it. So this might be a combination of like, thinking about this, strength and I want to say strength and charisma of all things, but
I will let you do that. I'm gonna spend your something good happens to let you make a strength and charisma roll.
Cool. Cool.
Also known as the
Cool.
Schwarzenegger roll.
Right? I would have suggested strength and brawl, because sometimes
Oh
slowing down
yeah,
a horse
yeah, brawl.
is very
brawl sounds
brawly.
better.
Okay.
You're right. No, brawl was a good one.
It's true.
Because athletics didn't feel quite right. It wasn't quite as.
No, it's brawl. I've tried to slow down a horse that's running away from you, and it's definitely
Oh, yeah.
brawl.
Yeah, no, you are
Absolutely
absolutely
brawl.
Bunch
correct.
of horse.
'Cause she is. Yes, slow down horse is strength and brawl. That means I only have a dice pool of 3, so good. What was my difficulty?
Difficulty 6.
Cool, I have 1 success.
Okay, so the horse is going to go and is going to kind of like skid to a stop. And as it does, that is about the point that like you're going to come into a mist of blood that was like firing behind Josephine, and the horse is going to, as blood just kind of rains down on you.
Do I
Sure.
need to do a deck save to not fall off at the abrupt stop?
No, that was part of the roll.
Okay.
You're holding on. You've grappled the horse.
Mhm.
You have grappled the horse.
Cool.
All right, and Josephine, you are wounded but not out, and are much less wounded than you were a minute ago, thanks to that bloody rag
Whew.
carried by your
Yep,
blood
yep.
sister.
Absolutely. I would like. Well, actually, okay. Evelyn shot the guy's hand, right?
Mhm.
Has he done anything but been like,
He
oh
is
my god, my hand?
He has screamed, and it looks like he is reaching for the rapier on his belt.
Cool. I would like to use forces to propel my horse forward and run him over.
Okay. So what we're going to do is we are going to make your Arete roll first.
Okay.
Okay. So this is going to be at a difficulty of 5.
Okay. Is my Arete affected by wound penalties?
No, it is not. But you will have
Okay.
you will be at difficulty 6 for wound penalties, though. Just because it'll affect your concentration.
Yeah, I was debating whether or not to spend a willpower, but difficulty 6 is not
It's not
terrible.
terrible.
So I think I'll just stick with that.
Okay.
I will spend a willpower to get a success, though.
Okay.
That's the other thing you can do with willpower is ignore wound penalties by using willpower.
Yeah.
I
So
believe.
it is absolutely lasts for 1 round.
That is 3 successes.
Okay, so can you please give me a dex and ride check? And then I have to see if the Victorian Era book gave me horse stats, and I don't think it did. But, one moment. I got Big Boy right here. So let's see if I have horses in here. If somebody has the Mage 20 book open, please.
618 to 620, Kelly.
Thank you so much. Horse. Oh my
You're
god.
welcome. I searched in the Victorian Age document. I searched horse. The second thing it gave me says Appendix 1 of the M20 rulebook. Features an array of common
It's
beasts,
literally right
including
here.
horses, dogs.
All right, so Jen,
Yeah.
so what you do is you get that, and then I get a dodge roll to try to get out of the way of the horse. So that is going to be, I have 6 dice for that, -2 for wound penalties. I have 4 dice. That dice is gone. That's 3 successes on 4 dice.
That's nice.
How many did you get?
I have 4 successes on 5 dice, and 2 of them were 10s, and I can't re-roll them, and I'm sad.
Okay, so that's going to be 1 success.
Yeah.
Which means I need you to roll the horse's strength 5 plus so on a trample, actually, so that's on a trample is 6 dice. Oh, pardon me. No, it's only 5 dice for this. No, it has horseshoes. I'm going to give you +1 damage on that. So go ahead and roll me that, and then add. You got 3 successes on forces.
Yes. Sorry, it was a
Okay.
while ago now.
Okay, so that's going to be 7 bashing plus whatever you roll. Pardon me.
Cool.
I have to ask a quick question. Are we using the rule where all bludgeoning... I forget in M20, I believe they went to all blunt objects do bashing damage. But we used to run it that, like, clubs and metal things did lethal. You know what? I'm gonna say a horse does lethal damage.
It's pretty
It's a
freaking heavy,
horse.
yeah. Yeah. Okay, so I'm rolling 6 dice. Is that...
You're rolling a total of 6 dice, and then you're adding 7 to whatever you get.
Okay. Difficulty 6?
Difficulty 6.
That's 3 for a total of 10.
It doesn't matter if it was bashing or lethal, because he already had 4 points of damage on him, and he's only got 6 health levels because he's an NPC. So, Josephine, would you like to describe the sound and texture that is left behind as this man reaches for tries to get out of the way, and then?
Josephine drives her heels into the horse and propels him forward. And it's like going through weirdly jello, because the horse is just like pushing through this body that is in front of it, and there's a squelching, an immense squelching sound as he just is eviscerated by this by these hooves.
All right, and with
as
that,
the chat says, a horse hoof will carve you like a scoop of ice cream.
it's true. And Robin just looked up that crushing damage is lethal in M20.
Yeah.
The systems jump back and forth a lot, so that's why I was like, oh god, what is it? In LARP, it's definitely lethal, but I don't know. Anyway, all right, so you are going to crush him to death. He falls beneath you, and once more, the sound of the wood filters in again as the animals and the insects realize that the excitement has passed. What do you all do?
I think is Josephine still bleeding?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, then Darcie would like to try and continue to heal her. Definitely grabbing like another piece of cloth and just trying to actually make like a proper sling if she was like had a wound in her chest. She's definitely gonna try and like make a sling.
All right, that sounds good. Go ahead and make me a Dex and Medicine roll. All right. What about everybody else? So you're doing that, Darcie. Josephine.
I think I pull the horse to a stop and then Darcie attends me.
Sounds good.
So-
What's
Evelyn.
my difficulty, Kelly?
Difficulty on this? Just 6. To do basic first aid.
3.
3. Sounds good. So you are it's going to take you a couple of rounds to do that, a couple of seconds to do that. Evelyn, what are you doing during this?
I guess I'm going to investigate what's left of him.
Sounds good. Make me a perception and investigation roll. And Chastity.
Well, the excitement seems to have wrapped up.
Your horse is going to just kind of trot over.
Yeah. I'm guessing Josephine looks pretty beat up.
I don't look... I'm covered in blood. Some of it's mine. Most of it's mine. A lot of it is this guy that I just exploded.
Jess is like wiping blood off of her face and like...
Yeah. But I look actually quite fine because I was healed for 4 lethal. So I only have 2 left.
Well, in that case, let's try and see if Chastity can detect anyone else who might be sneaking around that might try and surprise us.
Sure. Go ahead and try that Arete roll again. Now
Cool.
that you're
It's going to be accompanied by 3 Hail Marys.
Okay. That's going to be difficulty 5 or difficulty 4 now, because you have just some time about you. So Evelyn, how many successes did you get?
Well, what's my difficulty and does detail-oriented apply?
Yes, and give it to me at 6 because he's not resisting. He's dead. Chastity, you cast your senses out, and God reveals to you, aside from the bear, Well, here's the fun thing. As you cast your senses out, you're using correspondence and mind.
That was the idea, yeah.
There are no minds around except for the 4 of you.
Okay.
There are no, like, you sense mind patterns. You can feel basically the souls of your allies around you. You can see...
The horse does not have a mind?
The horse does not have a mind. but it does have a
The horse is
The horse, but it has almost... It has a physiological construct, though. Like, it shows up in your correspondence site, but not in your mind site.
Can I add life to this?
You can attempt to, yeah.
Yeah, take another round to add life and try and figure out what the hell is going on.
Sure, go ahead. Evelyn, as you search his body, you are going to find that he has a pouch of coin on him. Some like freshly pressed coins that appear slightly strange. They don't have the king or the queen's face on it. Instead, they have a rather stately woman with a very long nose that you will recognize as Countess Octavie, a countess of the court. Very strange that she would have coins minted in her likeness. Especially because it still says, Long Reign the Queen on the side. And it was printed this year. In fact, holding them in your hands with your knowledge of metallurgy, these seem very freshly minted, as in within the past fortnight. You will also be able to look over and see that inside of the pouch it looks like he was paid with this, and there is a drawing, a sketch of each of you on his person. And a little note that says, not one of them will survive. Stop them from meeting with their contact. The rest upon completion. Besides that, it looks like he was a highwayman. All right, Chastity, how many successes did you get on the life check?
What was my difficulty for it?
Your difficulty on that is difficulty of 3.
Okay, in that case, that's a... 1, 2, and so it was a 4, 10, and a 6.
4, 10, and a 6. Looking around, there are 3 life patterns here beside yourself. And they are your friends. The horse does not have a life pattern.
Or a mind. Okay, I'm just gonna make a little tally of that to note. That's very concerning, considering this one seems to be an asshole.
Yes. I would be an asshole if I didn't have life or mind.
All right.
But it still has a personality. I guess
It still has a personality.
That's separate.
Well,
Just
that
entirely personality, and that personality is asshole.
asshole
No mind, no life, 100% rage.
goals.
All right, so what do you do?
Once Darcie's finished bandaging Joe, she's gonna turn and be like, did anyone happen to grab the missive that poor gentleman had?
I believe Evelyn did.
Yeah. Yeah. Shall I have a look?
All right.
Yeah, I thought we were supposed to be meeting.
Do you unroll it?
Sure.
Written in a simple code that your society has created is written: Doves, your contact, the swallow, is at the suckling pig. Tonight, at dinner. The suckling pig, everyone but Chastity will know, is a tavern on the edge outside of Paris.
I'm guessing Chas can't even read it, so she doesn't even. So she's looking over and probably comes to, like, peer over and see what the heck this missive is, and is just like nodding along and as if, yeah, okay, so we're going.
Yeah, I was wondering, Kelly, with that first aid roll, I was trying to, did I help heal Joe anymore?
So that won't heal her directly. That will speed up healing through natural means.
Okay, I also meant to actually heal her.
Oh, to
through
use
that,
like
applying
magic on
first
top of
aid.
that?
Yeah.
So how many successes did you get?
Initially on the medicine roll, I rolled a 3. Do you want me to roll the Rattray?
Well, you got 3 successes?
Yeah.
So that will, we can say that that's magic, ability enhancing magic. So that will actually lower your difficulty on the magic roll to a 3.
Okay, cool.
Because you're using first aid to supplement it.
That's 3 successes.
Cool. Joe, you are back to full. You are in your prime. All right.
Oh, thank you. That feels a lot better.
Yeah, you just got to, you gotta make sure you have tension here, and then, yeah, right, Isarine. Besides, it more grazed you than anything, It felt, grazing is often like light cuts, but they get lots of blood everywhere because it's the vessels.
Right. No comprehension on her face. It's like, yep,
Also
that
realizing
seems
they
legit.
probably don't know that back in, maybe they do in the, I don't forget what medicine they knew in the 1890s.
Well, this isn't the 1890s for you. This is the 1600s.
That's true.
Chastity,
That's true.
you're going to detect a life pattern. A centipede is going to crawl over your horse's hoof. And
What?
can you make me a perception and alertness roll?
I can certainly try. What is my my difficulty?
Difficulty's going to be 6 because you have life sight up.
And sadly, I have no specialties to add to that, but that is 2 10s and a 6.
Okay.
That's 3 successes.
In the distance, a pair of rats are watching you from the edge of a tree. That is not a tree. The tree has no life pattern. You can detect it with your correspondence sense.
So there's a construct there that is physically there.
Yeah.
But it's neither living nor
Nor a tree.
a tree.
But there are 2 rats next to it, and they do have rat minds.
Is there bird chirping though? Like, can we hear other sounds that should
Absolutely,
be
you can
life?
hear bird chirping, rustling in the trees. You can see succulent apples hanging from a nearby, at the edge of the wood. There's an apple tree. There is a bit of rose briar on the edge of the wood to the south as well.
This is deeply disturbing. And does Chas remember the previous scene we were all in? Like the previous room? Aside from the fact that she knows who she is and...
Sorry, repeat that, please?
Just that... So Chas knows who she is and she knows where we are. Like, that she's not part of this fantasy. Does she still remember being in the previous scenario? Okay.
You also
Cool.
You also might remember that when Evelyn came out of it, and when you came out of it, you saw the facility.
Yeah.
But you're not seeing the facility.
No. Okay. So something seems different here.
Something seems very different. This feels like a forest. This feels like a horse. You can hear it, like, you can feel its heartbeat through your thighs.
This is like deeply jarring because it's like the two things are not lining up. Okay. Cool. Cool. Oh boy.
And
So where are we all going?
Well, if you read the that note says the suckling pig at dinner, so I should probably head there about now. How long will it take us to get there, Kelly? Do
Probably
Do we
about an
know
hour.
roughly where we are? An hour? Okay.
It's mid-afternoon right now,
Hmm.
so...
We should probably try and maybe hide the two bodies that are now dead. There's this one here, and then the poor unfortunate soul over yonder that brought us this lovely missive.
Yeah. Should probably at least
Could
put
burn
them
them.
into a covered spot.
or that.
You couldn't maybe
If
also
we
give
burn them,
their
we risk smoke.
rights? Yeah,
All right,
also,
well.
we should try and find, we should probably get you changed, and also, I guess, myself too, because Darcie actually got shot too. We're covered in blood. We probably shouldn't be going to that, covered in blood, so we probably should change as well.
Or find a stream to wash things off.
Yeah, I don't know if blood's gonna just come off on a stream, but we could try.
I mean, not really,
Well,
but with a bit of...
It would look like dyed fabric instead of blood.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Well, Evelyn, do you have something you can use to clean stuff up? You're good at powders and weird concoctions. Any of that good for blood?
Is there a stream nearby?
Yes. You can hear it babbling in the distance.
She's gonna go over to it and look around a little bit and see if she can find, like, I think there is a particular type of plant that does have, like, can, like, produce a soapy like thing from its root.
There's also like soapstone as well that you can.
So she's just gonna go pull some of that and just be like, here, use this.
All right. So you can clean yourselves up. It'll take about 20 minutes to clean yourselves up, and quickly, if you want to stitch up any of the bullet holes real quick with a sewing kit you keep in your pockets, or definitely Evelyn has a little side satchel with that. You manage to clean yourselves up, and once you do you head your way to the suckling pig?
Yeah.
Seems as good as any plan.
All right. With that, you begin to ride your way off to the suckling pig, and I would like each of you to make me an Rattray roll at difficulty 6 again as the scene changes. And I'm going to re-roll too. These dice are amazing.
Oh my
Does-
gosh.
So, 1.
1, so that's plus 4, so you're still good.
Cool.
3 for me.
Okay.
One
And
for
this is
me.
As an Rattray roll,
Difficulty 6.
10 still explode?
10s will still explode.
Okay. 6.
6, okay. All right. You continue your ride to the edge of the suckling pig. It's an old thatch roof peasant tavern on the edge of this small village outside of Paris. As you make your way there, you ride up, and you can hear the sound of raucous fun from inside. A bit of music, a bit of laughter. This is definitely a place of debauchery. And as you ride up, Chastity, you were kind of like doing your best to hold on to the horse the entire time. And as you ride up, a bit of wind is going to blow across you. And Evelyn, you and Josephine are going to shake your heads and find that you once again are in control of your faculties. The plot of the
for
world.
Josephine, it's the first time because she never. came
Oh,
up
that's
with it
true.
last
So
time.
Josephine, you are going to you're going to remember everything that has happened in the previous scene, but all of the instinctive context that you have inside of a dream. Like when you're in a dream and you're like, obviously I'm the president of Canada, you know, and I'm going on a superstar rodeo tour and singing Jimmy Buffett songs, and it all makes sense. All you know is that you've been riding a bull and singing Jimmy Buffett now. And you're like, I don't know why I was doing that. It all made sense a minute ago. But now, yeah. So you are just going to ride up and hop off of your horses, and the moment your feet touch ground outside of the tavern, the three of you, Chastity, you are going to be yourself still, but the other two are going to just snap out of it. Your clothing does not change. You are still dressed like this and accordingly armed.
I think Chastity tries to dismount from this horse and like trips over the foot stuck in the stirrup, kind of like dismounting.
What's
This is the place,
going
right?
on?
Yeah, I think so.
It is. Don't you recognize the suckling pig? It's the same old tavern. I think it's time for a drink as well. She'll rip off her hat and chalk it on her horse.
Josephine's
Right.
gonna look at Chastity and just like her eyes are wide, like, what is happening?
I hope I see this and clock this and go, so Josephine, what do you think about boats?
I like boats. Yeah, they're good. Boats are great. Yeah.
Yeah? Right. And
Rather be on a boat right now.
okay. That's comforting.
Bloody hell, did I get caught by it again?
Oh thank goodness.
Evelyn's just
What are
gonna
y'all
kind of try and
mumbling
look
about?
around and parse what's happening.
Well, just it's been a long time since we've been here. It doesn't look the same.
All right. Well, let's go meet our contacts. We got some dismantling of the royalty to do.
Yes.
Now that I've popped,
Yeah.
do I remember what happened last time?
Yep.
Okay. Knowing what I now know about that, is there any known way to pop somebody out of quiet-induced delusions?
Maybe mind magic could bolster against it. I want you to understand that as you go in and out of this, picture being very ill with the flu, and you fall asleep on the couch. You wake up to go to the bathroom or to get something to drink, and then you go back to sleep to a fever dream, and then you wake up again having to get sick. This is the type of like submerging beneath consciousness into dreamland and coming up that you are kind of experiencing. So it should be very disorienting. As steeled as you are and who you are again, you are like, it's only going to be a matter of time before you slip back under the waves.
Right. Our contact, yes. We should go drink.
Yes.
Yes.
course.
The swallow, right?
Yes.
Yes. Come on now, put a little bit of cheer in you guys' pep. You guys have gotten all dour in demeanor all of a sudden. We're the doves, of course.
Of course.
Yeah, it seems to mean different things every day.
And Josephine, with all of her pulling together all of her overconfidence, is going to just walk into this place and be like, "Yep, I can do this."
All right. And as you
Right.
as you guys all walk into the place, I think that's a great place for us to take a quick washroom break, folks. We're going to be back in just a minute. Don't go anywhere. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. This is the part of the program where we're going to talk to you for like 5 minutes. So, hey, you having fun? Everybody having a good time?
It's so good.
You're buckling your swashes.
This is so much fun, and also the memes have been fire tonight, Professor Multiverse. So thank you.
It is. Jen can attest to this, having seen me do this type of thing in LARP before. But whenever you deal with quiet, it's a great way to like break out of just routine. Where you're just
You
like,
would literally have musical episodes for us where we learned to lip sync to songs.
Oh, is that when
That
the
was
mages were in a quiet, Kelly?
Yeah.
Yeah. Kelly told me about the musical episodes.
well, there
so
were
many
there
times.
there are a
It's
couple.
lovely.
The first one was the best one.
Yeah.
The rock opera was okay.
Mm-hmm.
Was Jen? Were you in the rock opera? You were in the rock opera. You were because yeah, that's right. I remember what song you sang.
Yeah.
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 It was like not your part specifically. The entire thing was a little more awkward because it's hard to do a musical episode twice. You know, once you get that novelty, that adds some
Musical for Technocracy was pretty good because that was like a rock planet. It wasn't like a quiet thing. It was something else.
That took a lot of brainstorming to figure out how to make that episode work.
It was good though.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah.
I still have
Yeah, you get to break out of formula, basically.
right because like the first time I ever did quiet was in my first mage game, and it was a medieval one, and it was quite a bit of fun. I forget exactly what happened in it, but it was definitely medieval, and only Haley's character, Hanif, was the one who popped out of it, who was this very like reserved Coptic Egyptian priest, and he's just going around like trying to figure everything out while everyone's acting completely different, and it was pretty cool. He was like a wizard of the court or something like that because he was a learned man. It was pretty cool. So folks, welcome back to Mage the Ascension the Victorian Age. A couple things I want to announce to you real quick. That is that y'all should join the Patreon, I guess is what I should really say. I would love to see you over there because we have so much more World of Darkness content coming directly to it right now. Demon the Descent is going to be dropping this week over there, as well as there are 3 episodes of Hunter the Vigil over there right now. If you like your Hunter games, this is honestly one of the weirdest games and coolest games that I've ran in a while. It is a legal drama police procedural Hunter game with demonic influences. And
it's great.
It's pretty great. If you like mature themed games with some shock factor to them, because it's a pretty shocking game, right, Robin? Like, you're there.
Mm-hmm.
And
it was quite shocking.
Yeah. Christine is helping me brainstorm that, and Christine has been doing some story production as well on tomorrow's Dreams of Arcos premiere, which is a new D&D game that's open to everybody. It's going to be here at noon tomorrow, Pacific time, and it is a D&D game set in our homebrew world of Elos in kind of a Greco-Roman Persian setting, and is going to be a lot of fun. It's a fantastic cast. I have spent the last 2 days frantically doing all of my prep because I always forget that the first session of a game is about 40 hours worth of additional work in just setting up graphics and music and stuff, and the Roll20 and the blah. It's like an additional week's worth of work, and I forgot until 2 days ago. So it's been a very busy couple days.
Yeah, I feel that. I mean, it took me 5 hours to set up pre-made shit for my stream.
Yeah.
Just last weekend. So I still haven't finished the sound.
Now I am going to be doing my best as well to get all of our games from onyxpath because last weekend. Last weekend? 2 weekends ago, we did onyxpath, and it was a lot of fun. There was a Mage the Ascension game set in 1999 that everybody played in. It was a lot of fun. There was a Trinity Continuum game, an Aberrant, like a superhero game, and then a game of Pugmire that Krista ran. So was fun. Was it fun? I didn't get to watch it because I was in a panel at the time. But
no, it was a lot of fun. It was
nice.
A bunch of chaos, and the guests that we had.
Yeah, Dixie.
Or I guess Dixie, who is a writer for Pugmire, was A ton of fun, and also
She seemed
really
really nice.
helpful to have someone that wrote the game help us with the rules.
Especially because we didn't have all the rules ourselves, so
Mhm.
But they did it in a way that was like not like condescending or annoying.
She
It was
seems
actually
like a real
very
sweetheart.
helpful. Yeah.
Like, she seems like a lot
Yeah.
of fun. So folks, I want you to do two things. I want you to consider joining the Patreon because that helps support the stream directly. And if you are on the Patreon, make sure that your credit card's up to date, because there were like a bunch of declines this month, and I'm like, I was very worried. But rent is paid, and that's the important part. So join the Patreon because there's a ton of stuff. There's a new tier benefit that's going out to the $10 patrons starting this month, which is going to be a once a month D&D module that's going to be released that I will write. It's going to be not illustrated because I don't have money for artists outside of games, but it is going to be like a full little module for you to run that'll take you 1 to 2 sessions to do. And then you'll get that before anybody else. Also, the 0th episode, I should say, of Dork Tales the podcast is now out, which Jen meticulously edited and is working on episode 1, which appears to be much less complicated than episode 0.
yeah, as far as I can tell from what I've done so far, which is mostly just split up that big chunk of like 4 hours into multiple episodes.
Yeah, it's a good system. We're about 15 or 16 episodes in, and it's a lot of fun. I'm really curious, have you listened to it through it all, Jen? Or have you been busy?
No, I have.
When you do,
I mean, I've listened to episode 0 like 8,000 times.
it's
but-
funny. It's surprisingly funny.
It is, but I do have certain songs stuck in my head.
I'm sorry. When you get through episode 1, let me know what you think. Because aside from us playing it, we're the only ones that have experienced it. So I'd really like to know what other people think of it before it goes out. The other thing that I was going to ask everybody, though, I really do want fan art. So Solo Woman in the chat just said that that she can make art for cheap. I want you to just make art. Make art. Go post it everywhere. I want big arts. I want big arts of characters, and I want all that stuff. So I want fan art, damn it. I want lots of fan art.
Someone in the chat's also been talking about fanfic, and I'm just like,
I want
yes.
fanfic.
Don't threaten me with a good time, but also yes, we need to have our own tag on AO3. Get us there.
You got what?
Yes, we had all those tags that we did on TikTok that were just like
God.
terrible things. But give us fanfic.
So fanfic would be fantastic. The other thing that I really want from you all is to come out and show up at Arcos tomorrow. So even if you just leave your computer on, I'd love if that premiere was a big deal. So come out, it'll be a lot of fun. The cast is fantastic for that. For those of you who are on the Patreon,
It's at noon, correct?
it's at noon. Yeah,
Mhm.
noon Pacific.
On Twitch.
Yeah, so it's right after you finish your stream.
So everybody should come hang out with me
That's true.
in the morning, and I'll take you all over there.
You
Come
definitely
check
should.
out my new
Yeah,
overlays.
it's a great opportunity.
I
Well,
made a huge change to my overlays, so you should come hang out with me and check it
You
out.
should. They look really good. They look really good. So once, go hang out with Christine. Next weekend, if you're on the Patreon, you'll be treated to Journeys Through the Radiant Citadel, Panic at the Citadel, episode 2, which is dropping next Saturday at 6. And then there's actually 2 episodes of Panic this month, because there's another one on the 30th? Is that it? 19th? 30th? Something. It's like 2 weeks later. 3 weeks later?
Yeah, we just.
I thought it was going to be was it the 9th and 30th?
It's the 9th and the 23rd.
Or the 23rd. Yeah,
Is it
9th and
23rd?
23rd.
Okay. I don't have my schedule in
Yeah.
front of me, so it's something like that.
Yeah,
I have to
That's
figure
what we
a
were
title
talking
for
about
that
anyway.
game. I have to figure a title for that game.
I'll just show you how I do the titles for the game, which is really easy. You pull up the module and you take the title of the section.
Okay.
And if you
Because
do
yes,
it,
you're not finished. You're not
Then-
finished this adventure.
then go in
Yes.
and take one of the subsections that you like the title of, because a lot of people watch our streams to get a sense of how those games are ran. So I always like it if it's very referential. So you're like, oh, like last time on Dragonlance, it was the Attack on Wind's End. So if they're like, oh, I want to see what the Attack on Wind's End runs like, that's why I'm a real stickler for titles. when I'm making my thumbnails because I want it to be referential for people who are tuning in for advice. And also this week on Wednesday is the How to Run Chapter 5, I think, of Dragonlance, The Northern Wastes. And I'm going to rant a lot about Wind's End because it took 5 minutes more than I thought it did, and that's a total of 15 minutes to beat that entire section, and I'm very frustrated with the fact that that was included in the book. It's the only weak spot in the book that I've really ran so far, and I have some thoughts on it. But if you have any questions about anything, please leave them in our Discord or like tag me on stuff. Like you can tag us on Twitter at dork_tales. And I'd love to cover some of those questions. I don't think Chris is going to be with us on Wednesday because his house flooded, because we have a flooding thing in our team. It's a paradox thing.
All the arson, yes.
It's all.
Yeah, it's my fault.
Everything must be balanced.
Random in the chat is
floods
saying.
to counter our arson.
So I love
I
watching.
think I know the title.
I love looking at the chat right now and seeing people talk about like writing fanfic on their phones. Like you just said that, Amy. And then random's like people write stuff on their phone. Random in Japan, people write novels on their phones. That's how light novels were originally written. Like they're on the phone. Also, can I throw Random under the bus for something? He just informed me yesterday that he's never seen the Indiana Jones trilogy.
He mentioned that. Wait, what?
Because
Okay, Random. I think I might have seen one of them.
So, oh god damn it,
Amy, what?
I've seen the young. Wait, I know the scene about it says we named the dog Indiana. Like that's what I remember.
Okay, so the third one.
You've seen the third one.
Yeah, I've seen that one, and then I've seen the one with
It's the best one.
kid, the son.
Sure.
That was
The
a fever
skull?
dream. That movie doesn't exist.
Yeah, it doesn't exist.
All right, okay, so we're gonna forget that I said anything about a mystical skull.
The skull's
That's what I've
mystical, but
seen.
that was a different movie. No, I just saw Indiana Jones last night, and it was solid. Like, it's not as good. It's the fourth best Indiana Jones movie, which is fine. It's pretty cool. I'm not going to spoil anything. If you like Indiana Jones, you'll probably like it. There are Nazis. They get punched, among other things. A lot of Nazis get shot. It's pretty nice. The deaths could have been a little more gruesome. And, yeah. Harrison Ford wears a hat. That's all you really need. Anything else before we hop in the game?
Not off the top of my head. Come see Technocracy tomorrow.
Do it.
Yeah.
Patreon.
Patreon.
Do it.
Again.
Okay. All right. So, folks, without further ado, I think it's time for us to head back into Mage the Ascension, the Victorian Age. All right. Welcome back to Mage the Ascension, the Victorian Age, here on Dork Tales. The suckling pig is directly in front of you. You can hear the sound of body enjoyment on the inside, the sound of peasant music playing, and as you head inside, it is a large L-shaped building. You head in through the front door. There are a number of tables immediately on your left, a large bar that spans about a third of the one side of the L, and it expands on the side to be more mostly bar tables on the right, but more drinking tables, more eating tables. You can smell the namesake, a suckling boar turning over a giant fire and spit behind the bar. It's quite large. It smells like thatched roof and mud. Some of the villagers smell like sweat and piss, and a little bit of cow and pig dung that's stuck to the bottom of their shoes. As you head inside, the bartender, a thick-nosed Frenchman with no small amount of rosacea across his features, will lean in and go, "Bonjour, ladies. What can I do for you? Would you like a beverage?"
Oh yeah, I think a round of ale for
Ale.
for.
Well, I can do ale, but I also have wine. I have a fine Merlot.
Oh, right. Yes, Darcie would have said wine because she's in the thing.
I also have a. Do you want red wine or white wine?
A good hearty red. I'm a redhead after all.
Ah, so you are. I have a Cabernet Sauvignon. I have a Pinot Noir.
A Pinot Noir would be great for this time of day. A little bit lighter. I think if we're getting a bit later in the evening, we can switch to Cabernet Sauvignon.
Of course, he reaches under the cupboard and pulls out a bottle of wine and the cork out of it and into these like pewter tankards. Oh, pardon me, pewter wine style glasses, and will goblets. What am I saying? God, okay, sorry. Brain died for a second. So hands you each a goblet of this like lovely blood red wine. It's strange seeing such lovely ladies here by themselves. What brings you here today? He swipes some of his greasy blonde hair over where it's starting to thin. This guy is Gerard Depardieu, if that matters to anybody. If you know who I'm talking about, he is played by Gerard Depardieu, a French national treasure.
Know. No. Do we know if this person, like, has this pub or tavern been used as a meeting spot before? Like, are they pro doves
Sorry, what was that?
or not? Is this a place where we've commonly met people, or is this a pro
Sometimes,
doves
yes.
kind of tavern?
You've not met the Swallow to your knowledge, though.
Yes. We're here to meet someone, actually.
Yes, who might that be?
Have you heard of the Swallow?
Anybody who is paying attention to him can make me a perception plus empathy roll at a difficulty of 6, but he will try to hide it. And he will get 2 successes.
I can count. Wow, I rolled a lot of 3s. I got 2 successes and then 4 3s.
What's the negative for not having dots in it?
If it is empathy, nothing.
Okay.
So it goes, the first column is nothing, the second column is -1, the third column is you can't roll.
So, sorry, it was perception and empathy?
Yes.
A difficulty of 7?
Yes.
Okay.
A difficulty of 6, actually.
Oh, 2
in that case-
successes then.
2 successes? Alright.
I botch.
You botch? You believe him wholeheartedly. No matter what he says,
Absolutely, I have no idea what's going on.
everything is fine here. He hands you a glass of wine that sure smells like wine. Do you take a drink of it?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It kind of is a little electric on your tongue. Darcie, how many successes did you get?
I got 2.
Okay, so he kind of gives you like a bit of a look, and anyone who got 2 successes is going to get kind of like a he's kind of like trying to hide something a little bit. He's like, yes, you are here for the Swallow. I would not recommend going to meet him.
Oh, I ever not. Darcy's going to lean over the bar a little bit and, show off the girls and...
You are fine, because you are fine ladies, it is probably not something that is good for you. You can make me a presence, pardon me, not presence, charisma plus, you know what, make me an appearance. Appearance plus, leadership?
Don't have leadership. Expression?
Nah.
Empathy?
Okay.
Subterfuge?
I'll allow subterfuge.
Okay. Darn, I was hoping to use my charming specialty for charisma.
Your boobs aren't charming. They're appearance related.
Fair. What's my difficulty?
Difficulty's gonna be 6.
Just one success.
This is one success. He will kind of look at you and will go, look, I must tell you. This is we are getting into the dinner hours here, and it is a rough and tumble kind of establishment. You are fine ladies. You should not be here. I would finish your wine, and I would get out if I were you. If you wish your maiden heads to remain intact.
She's going to, just whip out her fan and just be like, I think we can take care of ourselves, but thank you very much for the advice. Come now, ladies. Shall we join this wine?
You still owe me coin for the wine.
Oh, of course.
Your bosoms
into a
are
bag of
quite
money?
impressive, but they do not feed my children. Unless you would like to be my new wife. I'm very
No, I
virile.
think-
The last one died in childbirth.
Way to sell it.
Very enticing.
Yeah, I think I'll decline your offer, sir, but yeah, I hope you find another one. She'll pass coin. I'm sure she has money
Sure,
on
you
her.
have some money on you.
In her
All
fake
right.
world.
So, would you head over to the tables onto the right or the left? So the left kind of takes you around the side of the L to the much larger section, where you can hear a bit more noise happening over there.
Darcie will look to everyone else and be like,
Let's go over here, and Josephine's gonna walk towards the right. She's just gonna pick something.
Jazz will follow. Just kind of taking in the area and if people are looking at them, that kind of thing.
Same.
Nice. All right, so heading over there, you are going to make me a perception plus alertness roll to kind of get a sense of this place.
What's the difficulty?
Difficulty is, let's say 7.
Well, that's going to be a fail then.
Okay.
4.
4 successes.
2 for me.
Jesus. 3. All right, so as you around the corner, you are going to see that there are probably about 20, 30 people in this establishment. A lot of people drinking, a couple of people flirting heavily with some of the serving girls who have their bodices pulled down beneath their breasts and are drinking heavily along with some of the men whose laps they're sitting on. There are a couple of men who are doing similar actions as well. And you can see that one man is kind of like fondling another one behind a table as they kind of neck in the corner. And then at the end, there's this U shape of tables where it appears that there is a person holding court. You can see decks of playing cards strewn out, piles of coins as people gamble, and plumes of blue smoke as some of the men and women there gambling smoke coiling pipes. What looks like strange devices from the east. that would look like to everyone else, they look like hookahs that were kind of smuggled over. You can see that there are a couple of dancing girls banging tambourines and canastas. Canastas? What am I thinking of? The finger symbols.
Are you thinking of the
Castanets?
Castanets.
castanets?
Kind of playing castanets while a fat old man strums on a string. You can see directly over there that they're all hanging around one peacock-like individual, dressed in garish purples and reds. And on the breast of his coat, you can see a swallow-shaped brooch.
Does it look like, just given a sense of the situation, does it look like we could, say, walk over and join in on the like gambling and
probably
whatnot?
So, looking at
Cool.
him, he's got like a broad-brimmed hat that's kind of obscuring his face. You can see that it's kind of a handsome lower face with a blonde mustache and Van Dyke goatee. Separated, of course. This one's kind of curled up. Very Errol Flynn.
Nice. So yeah, Josephine's gonna walk right over him.
You can hear as you walk up, a thick, heavy-set Frenchman is going to slap his cards down, merde, and is going to get up and storm off. And as he breaks your sight line, you can hear the man with the swallow brooch go, "What can I say? I'm very lucky." And he leans back, and you will see Teddy Dashwood sitting at the head of the table.
But Darcie doesn't recognize, right?
You just see a dashing man with a blonde mustache and goatee.
Lucky, you say?
I'm always lucky.
Care to play again?
Of course I would. Anyone else have, do you have some coin to bet?
Does she have some coin on her? Even though she...
You don't, but you know that Evelyn does. Because she picked the coin off the corpse.
Right. Evelyn, do we have coin to play?
I suppose she'll unhook it and underhand toss it to you.
You'll catch it, flip through the coins.
Oh, she's not tossing it to that asshole.
Oh, sorry.
She's giving it to Josephine. Josephine can pull out how much she wants to.
And I think while that's happening, Chas is kind of like, have we met?
You do seem familiar. I would definitely like to get to know all of you. Come on, peasants, scram. Make room for the ladies if you're not betting. A couple of the men are gonna... Fine. And they're gonna make room, leaving the table open for the four of you to sit down.
Perfect. Darcie will take a seat up and definitely smile very kindly and charmingly at the swallow.
Yes.
As Josephine, do you sit down?
Yeah, I sit down.
Okay. One of the serving girls is going to come over with a tray of wine and try to sit in your lap.
Oh, no thank you.
Are you sure? I have many things that I could offer, even a lady such as yourself.
You have nothing to offer me, sweetheart.
She looks over and eyes Evelyn with big, batting eyelashes. Bonjour.
Bonsoir.
Merde. And she will walk off to go get coin from other people. Okay. So, sitting at the deck, or sitting at the table with the swallow, he looks over at you. So, looking to play some cards? I would be happy
That
to.
seems sweet idea.
Let's play.
Put your coin on the table. Let's see what we have here.
She will, based on what I had seen and kind of general knowledge of gambling, she'll put down what she would consider a reasonable bet.
Okay. So a couple of gold coins. That's definitely going to match a lot of the silver coins that he has in his pile. And looking down, he's going to quickly glance at the coin that has the Countess's face on it. And he's going to look back up at you. A big bet. Are you, I haven't seen you ladies around here. Are you looking for someone?
Maybe.
That's a very interesting bird you got there on your lapel, sir. Is it a swallow?
It's not a spit.
Oh, you see, I prefer doves personally, though. They're my
Oh,
favorite
pigeons.
bird. No, doves. They're
Hmm.
pure
I do relate to a
light.
pigeon quite often, yeah. They're quite
You know what my favorite thing
clever
about
birds.
my favorite thing about doves is how soft and supple the breasts are. There's a lot of meat on the legs too. He'll like slowly just do an oozy, slimy, languishing gaze up at each of you. Well, I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna roll to see how good that is.
Fair. I have a reaction from Josephine, but we'll see her roll.
Holy shit. 7 successes? To kind of make
Teddy,
that come
go!
off sexy. He'll wink at you.
Josephine's still gonna lean in and just look him up and go, shuffle up and deal.
Hey, Darcie.
Yes,
do you
ma'am.
still have that drink you were working on?
Oh, yeah, right here.
Yeah, can I just want to give it a try. Chassie's gonna take
Oh,
a
of
sip
course.
and is going to mind sight. Is going to try and activate that.
Okay. All right. So, go ahead and give me a mindset roll.
What's my difficulty?
Your difficulty on that's going to be a difficulty of 3.
It's gonna be 1 success.
The person in front of you has a mind pattern, but they do not appear to be a mind.
What does that mean?
I guess what it means is that that's not a full person there.
Oh,
And as you are looking at him, you are going to see little wispy silvery tendrils coming out of your mind, and Evelyn's mind, and Darcie's mind, and Josephine's mind. Almost like you're 3-4 cups pouring into another cup.
oh,
Little wisps that are kind of creating this intangible, almost like you're together constructing the mind pattern that Teddy's running
so
on.
it's essentially it's part of a mind based on our impressions of
Yep.
Teddy and our relationship with him.
He is a shared delusion.
Whew.
But he is. But
I
he
think
is.
she's going to down more of that drink and then is going to realize it's probably not actually alcohol and is going to very just like pass it back.
He deals out
thank
cards
you.
to you. Let's play around. See who gets ahead. Can I get everyone to please tell me how they're playing cards? Does anyone have the gambling skill?
I do.
Holy crap, that's beautiful. All right, so what I want you to do.
I bought it in downtime.
That's great. So
Nice.
I need to know, what are you using? Are you using manipulation? So we're gonna say I actually don't know any French gambling games. I just realized right now. So, but I also know that the person whose quiet this is doesn't know any ancient French gambling games either. So I will say that this is what I think Baccarat is definitely older than 1890.
Sure.
So let's say that it's that you guys are doing some baccarat. So definitely there.
Would etiquette cover this?
Yeah, or you know what? I'll say gambling is more powerful, but etiquette does work as a skill if you're from British society or French society.
I've got
So
etiquette and vice. And
so either of those would work. What I'll say is, what is your trade of choice? Are you using manipulation, or are you using intelligence to try to count the deck?
Wits?
I would like to use intelligence.
Okay.
Deductive.
So I will let you use either manipulation, wits, and you can use vice or etiquette at a difficulty of 8, gambling at a difficulty of 6.
What about? I forget what esoterica is again.
Esoterica is like strange knowledge of like vaguely occultish things.
Okay.
So
cool.
esoterica would allow you to like read tarot cards with this deck of cards.
Okay. I have neither gambling.
You have subterfuge.
I have subterfuge. Can I use that then?
Yep, you can use that at difficulty 8.
Okay, I would like to use manipulation and subterfuge then.
Sounds
would my
good.
guile specialization apply to manipulation?
Yes, it would. This is the worst dice roll I've made all game. I'm
Okay.
spending.
Does my
hurt them more.
deductive apply for my intelligence roll for this?
No.
Okay.
There we go.
I
That's
spent a willpower as well.
all right. That is 1, 2.
Probably should have spent a willpower. I did not.
Okay.
I guess I wouldn't necessarily get any bonuses since I'm still in the quiet. And would I inherently know Baccarat from my character from this delusion I'm in?
We're just gonna hand wave the game. We're gonna say it is the game that is being played.
Mm-hmm.
You will know the rules.
Okay.
So, how many successes are we looking at? So we're looking at 4 successes, 0 successes. Chastity, you will lose. Darcie, you will play around and will be put out pretty quickly. But Josephine and Evelyn are going to win the vast majority of his money after about 3 games worth. The two of you having sizable piles of coin in front of you. Darcie, you have been played out, but the two of you are there. He has his last little pile remaining. All or nothing. What do you say? One more go.
Sure.
Why
One more
not?
game.
Okay, so just the two of you. Go ahead and make me that roll again. Poof. Okay, I'm spending a hurt them more. Okay. Oh God. At difficulty 8?
Yeah.
Jesus
I got 2.
Christ.
It would have been better if I even had my specialty, because I got 2 10s, a 9,
Okay.
2 8s.
All right, so the two
1
of
3.
you, outmaneuver him, knocking him into the poorhouse, only to finish a casual ladies' game where you just kind of play off each other while he sits and stews, staring at your piles of coin. Before Evelyn comes out with a slightly larger pile than Josephine, but still you have mountains of silver coin in front of you both. Evelyn
Darcie
just
will
has
go and come for Teddy.
Evelyn will push him a small stack over. No hard feelings.
How
about we get buy you a drink and help ease that pain,
Of
that
course.
sting.
Well, sorry, friends. It appears I'm all out of money. Some of the people nearby, the hangers-ons, will kind of, what a loser. He's got no money. Let's go get out of here. And they're all going to kind of like trundle off, leaving the 4 of you alone with him. Oh, that was an expensive way to get rid of the riffraff, wasn't it? Hello, Doves.
Is it expensive if it's worth the company?
Well, the company is very appreciated. He will offer his lap for Darcie to sit on.
Darcie will sit on it.
I have news for you. some of the spies that are inside of, well, the powers have located someone that it is imperative that you find. If you truly want to topple the power of Cardinal Escoffier, you must find a man called the Heretic.
Heresy, huh?
The Pretender. He's known by a couple of monikers, but that's all we could discover. He appears to be being kept in the dungeons beneath the Countess Octavie's estate. Rumor has it, he is a man being kept in a mask made of iron. Find him, and you may yet topple the corruption that the Cardinal has swept into the ranks of the Church and to France.
I thank you.
I thank you as well, my fair lady. Vive la France, he says directly to your breasts, not to you.
Yeah, it's fine. I figured.
I feel like Chastity's like acting on reflex here and is like gonna like do that impulsively like reaches out to like tap him on the back of the head, kind of like not like an actual hit, but like a come on.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you blame me? I mean, they're right there in my face. How about you pull your bodice down a little bit and I'll give you some attention.
She shrugs. I don't think they're doing fine as they are.
I mean, they're absolutely lovely, but, and at that, you are going to hear the sound of the front door bursting open. What can I get you, gentlemen? And you will hear...
This is why I don't take my shirt off in random public spaces.
The music will stop, and you'll hear, where are they? Over there. And suddenly, around the corner will burst 4 black-garbed men. Royal Inquisition. Their rapiers drawn, they will burst around the corner, point their blades at you. Traitors. And can I get an initiative roll?
Sounds good.
And for initiative, do we reroll 10s?
If you have a specialty in wits or dex that allows you to. Like one of them does. Holy crap.
Christine, again. We need to reroll.
Alright, I mistyped the first one. Is the second one.
I rolled an 8 that time, Robin.
I rolled an 8 too.
Okay, roll again.
I rolled a 10.
All right, a 10 that time.
I rolled a 2, so there you go.
Okay, the captain rolled a 41.
Damn. I rolled a 24, so...
Damn, okay. So let's check initiative charts real quick. Okay, so it is the captain, Josephine. Then they have down...
What was your dex mod, Amy?
So I rolled a 15. I rolled a 10. My dex mod was +5.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're both plus
probably
6.
go me, Robin, then Amy.
Me?
So it goes, then it goes, yeah, so it's Evelyn.
Robin and I rolled off until I won.
Yeah.
Evelyn.
And Amy has a lower mod than us.
Darcie,
Yeah.
Soldier 3, then Chas, then Teddy,
A lot of
then
people at 15.
Yeah, Jesus.
then Soldier
Popular number.
4. Pardon me, Soldier 3 technically. All right, so the initiative order is Captain, Josephine, Soldier, Evelyn, Darcie, Soldier, Chastity, Teddy, Soldier. All right, they rush around the corner, their blades drawn. The captain will turn and look and go, "Traitors, I will bring you down. Prepare to die." And with his other hand, I'm spending a hurt them more, and a drama bomb, he is going to draw his pistol and fire. And there's going to be an explosion of smoke inside of the tavern. And Darcie, blood is going to splatter across you as Teddy's brains are blown out.
My!
And the captain is going to lunge at Josephine. Josephine, you may draw and defend yourself as a dex and melee.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Luckily, I have the same number of melee dots as the quiet would have given me.
Oh, that's so good. I love it. Okay. This guy is quite skilled. So let us see what he is throwing. Okay. I have 3 successes.
I have 4.
Ooh. Okay, so he is going to go, and he's going to dive at you with his rapier, and you are going to parry out of the way. It is your turn. What would you like to do?
I would like to stab him since I have this out.
All right, that sounds good. He is going to try to parry your blow, so go ahead and give me a dex and melee. Ooh, that's a lot of 1s all of a sudden. Okay. That is... I have 1 success.
2.
Okay, so please do me a favor. He has an armor rating of 1. Basically, he's dressed in a black version of like a musketeer's outfit with like silver trim around. You can see it's quite thick fabric that will give him one point of armor. But you get to ignore that with your rapier. So please go ahead and roll me strength +2 for the damage.
That's 3 successes.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, stabbing forward, you are going to plunge into the side of his chest, kind of up through the shoulder blade. He's going to let out a grunt of pain, and that is going to be your turn. Another soldier is going to lunge forward and take another swipe at you from the side, Josephine, trying to close in on you. Now, since it has been your turn, you can get 1 reflexive dodge or parry roll this round. What would you like to use?
I would like to parry.
Okay. Oh my, yeah, that's a lot of 1s though. Okay, cool. Poop. Ooh. Okay, that
I also
is
got a lot of 1s.
1, 2,
fail.
3. That's 5 successes.
Yeah, I fail.
Okay, so that is a lot of damage dice.
Yep.
No, do you don't still have your road up, right? It was no, it was just for the scene. Okay, so that still could have been way... Okay, I rolled a lot of 1s on damage. You're very lucky. That's going to be 3 points of lethal damage as he stabs you in the side. And you can feel blood well up. Evelyn, it is your turn.
Okay, are we in a side room or in the main room?
You are basically... remember when you're playing The Witcher and you go into that first tavern?
No, I've
Okay.
barely played The Witcher.
That's where I'm thinking of. So basically, you're in the long hall side. So you're at the back of the room. It's about a 40-foot length of room, about 20 feet wide. You're at a broad table. Josephine was playing across and was rushed by 2 swordsmen. So you are sitting off to Josephine's right around the side of the table, in my mind.
Okay. How many others are there? That
There are
attacking
4
us?
of these men, a captain, and 3 soldiers.
Okay. Are they between me and, say, the bar?
Yes, the bar is around the corner.
Damn.
Now, the tables are covered in bottles and glasses.
Okay. Any serving tray?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna pick one up as a bit of a shield.
Okay.
And then pull my rapier and try and fight them as well.
Okay, go ahead.
Skewer one of them.
All right. So you can stab one of the soldiers that's fighting Josephine.
Sure.
Okay. One is going... so are you going after the captain or the soldier that just stabbed her?
Let's go with the captain.
Okay, the captain is going to try to parry this, and he is quite adept. Actually, you know what? He cannot, because it is not his turn yet. And Josephine, he tried to parry you, Joe. So you can make it an attack.
Okay. So it's melee and strength?
Yeah. Or it's melee
What's the
and dex
difficulty?
to try to hit.
Dex.
Ooh, excellent, even better.
You know what? I'm gonna spend a hurt them more to have. Yeah, I'm gonna save it. I'll save it.
What's the difficulty?
The difficulty is 6.
Sweet. Okay, that is 3 successes.
Okay, so roll me your strength plus 4. Difficulty 6.
All those fencing lessons she had in Canada are paying off.
Mm-hmm.
Because Evelyn does legit have melee. What was the difficulty again?
The
Sorry?
difficulty was 6.
Okay. That is 4 successes.
4 successes?
Yep.
How do you stab him?
I think she's kind of like holding this tray on one arm, kind of just holding it to kind of keep it in the way of like to block stuff. And I think she kind of tries to pretend to bash up towards his face a bit so he'll maybe lean to the side, and then she's just gonna get him right in the kidney.
Right in the kidney. It's going to punch up through the front of his chest. And you can see like part of his heart still attached to it as it tears through his flesh, like it takes out a ventricle. And he's going to lurch forward and drama bomb. Is going to lash out blindly with his sword, and it is going to slam into one of the lanterns that is lighting this, which is going to hit the thatch, and the roof is going to erupt in flame above you.
All right, I will say my other plan had been if I could get to the bar, I was going to start tossing bottles at them and yell, "Josephine, light them up."
Okay,
So
well,
I didn't even have to incite the fire this time.
you didn't start the fire.
It just happened.
All right, Darcie, it is your turn. The captain is going to slump forward onto the table dead.
Okay. Darcie, because she's not fired her pistol yet, so she's going to take her pistol out and shoot one of the soldiers.
Okay, go ahead.
And I would like to use forces to make it even more
Okay, so
brutal.
make me your arete roll at a difficulty of 5, pardon me. 5.
Okay. Oh, this is forces, not life. I'm like, so I'm trying to figure out how to use life magic for the Three Musketeers, but it doesn't work. That's gonna be 3 successes.
3 successes. Okay, so make me a so you're point blank with this, so I'm gonna need a dex and firearms roll at a difficulty of 7.
Okay. I use the 2 points from Quiet, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So dex and firearms difficulty 7. Your forces won't hit unless you do.
Okay.
And you are
I'm
point
spending-
blank, so he is going to try to dodge out of the way.
Okay, I'm spending a willpower.
Okay. Let me just check something. Boop. Ooh. Damn. Oh man, 2 1s. That was gonna be so many successes.
5 successes.
Okay, I would have had 4 successes, but I actually now only have 1. So, give me at that range, that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 dice of lethal damage plus 7 lethal. He's not going to survive
Wow.
this, but do you want to see how much overkill you do?
Yeah, so 7 plus... No, 5.
7.
Sorry.
So, so you're going to roll 8 dice on
8
difficulty
dice.
6.
Okay. Yep. And then add 7 lethal.
And add 7 to the total.
Okay. Difficulty 6. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 11 points of lethal.
Okay. So hold on 1 minute. I'm just going to roll for something random.
Okay.
Okay. There is going to be an explosion of gore. Do you want to describe what this looks like?
Yeah. So, because Teddy's head exploded
Yeah.
right into Darcie's boobs. So she's just going to go.
He finally busted on him.
Yeah. Darcie's gonna pull.
Wait, any of us wanted that to happen.
Yeah. Darcie's gonna level her pistol at his face and just return the favor, and just blow his brains out in another display of viscera and gore.
Okay.
Just right through the eyeballs.
It is
Dead
going
shot.
to kill him very, very readily, and blood is going to splatter into the eyes of the man. You did so much damage, it's actually going to splatter into the eyes of the man behind him, the soldier that is coming up to attack you.
Nice.
He's going to have a +1 difficulty to draw his own pistol and try to shoot you.
Is he doing a point blank range so I can try and dodge?
You can try to dodge under the table, yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
I will
What is
give
that
you,
roll?
That's going to be Dex and Athletics, difficulty of 5, because you
Okay.
can just dive under the table.
Sweet. Dex and Athletics, that's 6.
And he's at difficulty 7. Okay. I have 2 successes.
I have 4, but that is a 1, so 3 successes.
Okay. Now, hold on just 1 minute. I'm going to test for something real quick.
Uh-huh.
Okay. There is going to be a gunshot as the table next to your head is going to just explode into splinters as you dive under the table. And Chastity, it's your turn.
Yeah. So how long does it take to scour your pattern for quintessence?
Takes a turn.
Okay. I don't know if she thinks that's worth it, but there's probably alcohol on tables here, right?
There are.
Okay. Here's what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to get as close to grab some of that alcohol, get up close to the person who just shot at Darcie.
Okay.
Because
The one that shot Teddy just died.
yeah, so can't get revenge that way because she's, even though she knows this is a shared delusion, she's screaming in her mind and probably in shock. So she wants to take that alcohol. She wants to try and shove this down their throat to give them the worst hangover of their life and melt their brains.
Okay.
That is her series of actions, and she wants to try and just shred as many minds as she can.
So why don't?
But it's
So you're
not
just
her
going to shove this in his mouth. So I want you to make me a Dex and Athletics roll or Dex and Brawl roll.
Doesn't care if he actually drinks it, just needs to get it just
So you
drink
just
up
need to get on his
big,
face.
kind of.
Okay. So in
Yeah,
that case,
so,
what you're going to do is you're going to make me an Arete roll at a difficulty of 3.
And I'm spending willpower.
Okay.
Okay. Three total. 3 successes.
3 total. That is going to be. Are you doing lethal damage with this?
As much damage as she can do, yes. If she can aggravate it, she would love to, but lethal otherwise.
You would need Prime thrown in there with Quintessence.
Yeah, and she can't scour her pattern as she's doing this, so.
You can. Well, you could do a conjunctional effect, but that would be a much higher difficulty.
I rolled an 8 and a 4. Do either of those work? And then the willpower.
I would keep your current roll.
Okay.
So that's going to be 6 points of lethal damage directed to this man's brain, which is unsoakable. So can you please describe to me
She's just
what...
screaming.
He only has 6 health levels, so... Actually, pardon me, he only has 5 health levels. So I'd like you to describe me what happens. As you...
Oh boy. So she grabs a tankard, I think, gets over and tries to grab his shoulder and just shoves this in his face and splashing it and just says hangover, drink up, bitch. I hear hangovers can kill you.
Okay, so with that, as you do that, the glass is going to shatter in your hand as he almost melts from within. Blood is going to dribble down every orifice of his face, and he's going to scream. His hair is going to turn white, and he is going to just dissolve into a physical puddle in front of you, just almost bonelessly as his brain evaporates. And as that occurs, I need you to do me a favor and make me a soak roll.
Difficulty 6.
Difficulty 6.
2 successes.
2 successes. Okay. You are going to take 3 points of bashing damage. As you crash, there's going to be this kind of echo that comes out of you as you say that, almost like a pulse of energy. And above you, the crackling timbers overhead are going to shatter. Lower your paradox to 0. As a timber breaks off the roof and slams into the side of your face, and is going to leave this, it's going to tear part of your bodice open, and you are going to have these deep burned welts down your arm and shoulder.
So that's 3 bashing, you
That's
said?
3 bashing, yeah.
I had 2 bashing from last game. Has any of that healed by now?
It is not healed. Welcome to 5 bashing.
Okay.
And this is bashing from Paradox, so healing this is fun. All right, Teddy is going to be dead, so I can mark him off the initiative. And the last soldier is going to rush in. Seeing this, Darcie has dived under the table. Evelyn has just skewered the captain. You know what? He's going to go and try to kill Evelyn. Evelyn, you may try to dodge or parry. So parrying is so it's dex and athletics versus dex and melee for the parry. So dodging or
so
parrying.
the same roll.
Okay, so then it's style. And you're at difficulty of 6.
Okay.
And I'm spending my hurt the more. Okay.
Okay, so that is 4 successes.
Well, 4 doesn't beat 5, unfortunately. So that is going to be strength loss 2. Was it? Did you dodge or did you try to parry?
I think she'll try to parry.
Okay. So, you are going to bring your sword up, and he is going to do that thing that always happens in great fencing movies, where your 2 blades are going to come up, and then he's going to roll his blade around yours. And with a twist, your blade is going to fly out of your hand and embed into one of the beams next to you. And he's going to flick his wrist and stab you in the shoulder for 2 points of lethal damage. All right, top of the initiative, the captain is dead. Soldier 1 is dead. Josephine, you're up. The building is very full of fire, which means that all perception-based things are going to be at a slight difficulty.
Cool. Bottles of alcohol still around, yep.
Tons.
Cool. I'm going to grab one that looks mostly full, tear off some of my shirt, stuff it in, light it on fire, and toss it at the last soldier.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a Dex and Athletics roll.
Cool.
These soldiers were pretty beefy when they came in here. Let me just put it that way.
I'm spending willpower because I need to. It's mute. That is 3 successes.
3 successes. Okay. He is going to try to dodge because, of course, he is. He does not have that many. That is... He is going to be able to dodge out of the way. However, this is a ranged thing, so that means that his escape is now cut off. As you hurl a Molotov, it explodes, coating the ground behind him with flame. There is now flame in front of him, flame behind him. And that is your turn as the flames dance through the air. Evelyn, it is your turn. What do you do?
I'm gonna pull one of those daggers out of my boot.
Are you ready to die, bitch? He says, kind of dancing his rapier around in your face. What do you do?
She'll kind of bring the serving tray up, go down to one knee to grab it, and then come up under.
Okay.
And try and get him in his gut when he's not seeing it coming.
Well, he doesn't have a dodge anymore, so go ahead and...
Dice down.
Dice down. Give me Dex and melee, please.
Ooh, that's 3
Oh no.
And an 8 and a 6.
5 successes? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. That is going to be strength plus 6. Oh, pardon me, strength plus 5 because it's a dagger. Now, because it's a dagger, 1 point of his armor will apply. Which succeeded, so.
Okay. And it was 6 again?
It is 6 on damage, yeah.
Okay. That's 4 successes.
4 successes. Okay. You are going to stab him in the stomach. This is going to be a lethal wound, but not immediately. He is still on his feet, but your dagger is going to plunge in. The guard is going to slam into his abdomen.
Okay.
And it is Darcie's turn. Darcie,
Okay,
you have
so-
rolled under the table.
Yep. Darcie's gonna pop back up. How many people are still
There's
alive?
just the one that Evelyn has stabbed in the gut.
Just the one. Okay.
Mhm.
How can I use life magic injury with a musketeer paradigm? Trying to figure out if I can do this.
He is stabbed. It could be that that seems worse than it looks.
Alternatively, you like Evelyn has like jumped up and stabbed him. Like,
Yeah.
you could just step in and kick Evelyn's hand at the pommel of the blade.
Yeah.
You wouldn't
That's
even
true.
you don't even have to use magic.
Yes. But I want
She's
to
trying
use
to
my
figure out how to do
specialty. I
in
want to
general.
use specialty in magic for life.
Okay.
But yes, I guess I could kick. the
You
pommel
can
in
do whatever you
if I
want.
need
So
that.
what are you trying to have happen?
Well, I mean, I basically want to. I mean, I guess I could. Yeah, you know what, Jen, you might be right. Trying to do the curse of matcha, but being like, oh, I think that's actually a little bit worse than it is. Look at how much that you're bleeding. You're gonna bleed out soon like that.
All right. So you can make me an Arete roll then. Give it to me at
Perfect.
a difficulty of 6, please.
There's some 10s there. So if you have a specialty in it, and it's a 10, it counts as 2, and then you re-roll it.
Yes, if you have a specialty in
Injury.
injury. So yeah, so that is that counts as 10 and you reroll. So every 10 is 2 successes.
Okay.
Because we're doing
we're at-
ridiculous powered magic.
We're at 4 successes, and then I'm gonna reroll this 10. All right, that rolled into a 4. So 4 successes.
4 successes. All right, that's going to cause him enough pain that he is going to stumble back into the fire and is going to catch a light. And as he does, can I get everyone who is inside of proximity to please do me a favor and oh boy, you can make me a reflexive dex and athletics roll at this point, because he had at least a powder horn on his belt. And your paradox just went off, Darcie.
Okay, so 0. I'm at 0 now.
You're at 0 now.
Cool.
Darcie, your difficulty to dodge is going to be 8 because you caused this.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, 1 subtract, right?
1 subtract.
Cool. I rolled 2 1s, and my difficulty's 8.
Yep.
I failed.
Oh god. All right. What'd everybody else get?
What's the difficulty for the rest of us?
6.
3.
So I failed because I rolled a 9 and a 1 because my dice hate me.
I had to re-roll because I forgot about wound penalties and
Wound penalties. Oh
I-
yeah, the wound penalties do apply. So yeah.
I forgot about wound penalties. Crap.
Oh,
I would
shit, I
be.
forgot
Do we
too.
do chance dice?
No, you just
Fail?
fail.
Okay, then I just fail. Cool. Fail either way.
Okay, so I'm down to 3 then.
3 successes. Okay. I
Yeah, I'm at
rolled
3 as
5
well.
points of damage. So he is going to step back, fire's going to look up, and he's going to look directly at the camera and go, man, and then explode into a fireball. All of you are going to take 5 points of damage batching, minus the successes you rolled.
And if I botched,
if you botched, you're going to take 5 points of bashing damage.
Remind me how this works when I take 5 points of bashing when I'm
when
already
you
at
fill
mold.
So basically, what you're going to do, you draw a slash. So you go slash, 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 and then you start at the top and start Xing them through.
Okay, when do you go unconscious?
You start going unconscious when you are full of bashing.
Okay, so she's unconscious plus now has
you can make a stamina roll every turn to remain up.
Okay, do you want me to make that now?
On your turn, which is next. So yes. Okay. So you're going to roll stamina, difficulty of 6. You do not have wound penalties apply, or you can spend a willpower to stay up.
We're gonna roll.
And then Darcie, you're going to take an additional point of bashing for the botch.
Okay, so let's roll a stamina to see if we go down. What's this? A difficulty of 6, you said?
Difficulty of 6.
So what happens when I botch?
You're just gonna pass out.
Okay, so Chastity just passes out, probably with like, Lily got the burn, and then this other explosion of whatever just happened, and then she probably just keels over onto the body of the person she just eviscerated.
Darcie, are you still conscious?
It's when all the boxes get filled out, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I have 1 box left.
So you're incapacitated, basically. You're just like, or you're crippled.
Yeah, I'm crippled.
Okay, so you are racked with pain. That soldier is dead, however, which means that we are out of combat. Chastity's going to faint away. Josephine, what do you do? How badly hurt is Josephine?
I'm only at mauled.
Okay, only at mauled.
I was at crippled earlier when I rode the horse into that guy. So.
That's true. The bar and the roof at the tavern is on fire right now. Smoke is billowing around. There are windows.
I am going to attempt to carry Chastity out of here.
Okay. So, you grab Chastity, and are you going to try to leap out a window with her?
Yes.
Okay. Just give me a quick dex or strength, whichever you prefer, and athletics.
Cool. I'm going to spend my last willpower on this.
Okay.
Once we get out, I think Darcie's gonna try and heal everyone that's hurt. Especially Chastity, since she'll do Chastity first, because she's unconscious.
Sounds good to me. All right. So, rushing outside, you try to dive through the window. Did you succeed? Difficulty of 6, we'll say.
I got 3. I got 3.
Okay, so you're going to safely manage to dive outside with her there, and are going to land there, able to kind of keep her away from the fire. Evelyn, what do you do?
Get out this inn.
Okay, you gonna leave your sword?
I'm just gonna snatch a random one.
Okay, so you grab a random sword and run out of the building, not doing any fancy moves. The sound of the inn burning behind you. Darcie, you are going to exit as well, not having, just kind of dragging yourself over.
Yeah, she's gonna just like, yeah, she's crippled, so I think she's gonna just try and...
The inn blazes behind you as you step outside. The swallow is dead, but you have a mission that can save potentially all of France. Rescue the heretic. Save France. You stumble over to your friends there at the base of the watering trough for your horses. a stable boy nearby sees your plight and comes over with your horses. Darcie, are you looking to heal your friends? Who are you healing first?
Oh yeah, Chastity first because she's unconscious, and then Darcie will get to her next because she's pretty bad, and then she will get to whoever else is hurt. I know Josephine's also probably pretty hurt.
So give that to me at a difficulty of 6 for the first roll.
Okay. Do wound penalties?
They do
apply for
not
magic?
affect. So that'll be at a difficulty of 3, 4, 5. Oh wait. Oh yeah, you're not in. So you don't have your mother spell book, but you are also in quiet, so you don't know you are. So yeah, that's going to be at a difficulty of 7 because of wound penalties. Because concentration is going to be a problem.
Okay. Can I spend a willpower to ignore that?
Yeah.
Cool. I will do that. So 5.
5. No, 6. It was always 6.
Oh, it was always 6. Okay.
Yeah.
That's going to be 3 successes, so 6 points.
6 points. So Chastity,
for you, Chas.
you are going to have 1 point of bashing damage left on you.
That healed the paradox inflicted with you?
Yes, because it was an environmental effect, so it was not direct paradox damage.
Okay, cool.
So you'll have 1 point of lethal left on you then.
Okay.
Because it heals from the highest to the lowest.
Oh.
Oh wait, yeah, so it would, yeah. Okay.
Then myself, then Josephine, then so another roll.
Yep, you're healing yourself.
Yep.
Difficulty 5.
That is 4 successes, so I will heal myself fully.
Okay.
Josephine next. I'm taking paradox for all this too, aren't I? Okay, so a 1, 2. It's just 1 per, right?
It's you heal 2 per success.
Yes, but for paradox, I'm taking 1 point each time.
Yeah, unless you botch.
Okay. Yeah. All right, so Josephine next.
Okay.
What's my difficulty? 6.
Difficulty 6 because you're healing somebody else.
All right, 3 successes for Josephine.
Okay, so Josephine's fine.
Yep.
And
Evelyn, are you also hurt?
Evelyn is hurt.
Yes, I'm at wounded.
Yep. I will also be doing
2 bashing, 2 lethal.
Yep. That is oh, that's a 1. So that is 2 successes.
Okay, so you are fully healed.
That's 4.
The inn blazes behind you, and you heal your friends. You all have your horses brought to you. What do you do? You know what I need you to do? I need everybody to make me an arete check.
And does Chastity, is she still unconscious?
No, you are going to come to.
Okay.
Oh my god, my dice hate me. I rolled 2 1s. So I botched.
What am I?
You botched.
Well, I'm guessing the difficulty is
6.
I rolled 1, 1, 4, and 6.
Well, so you fail.
Okay, so I fail, not botch.
What?
Yeah, because you got at least 1 success.
The difficulty was what?
Even
Sorry?
if it was
Difficulty 6.
Okay.
3.
I fail.
You fail. Josephine, you are going to slip back under. Evelyn, you will be fine, and Chastity, you are fine. The inn burns behind you as Darcie finishes bandaging your wounds, Josephine. Your horses are nearby. Your mission is set. What do you all do?
Thanks,
All right.
Darcie.
No
Yeah,
worries, come on.
thanks.
It wasn't as bad as we thought. Honestly, just minor flash wounds. It's all good. We're the doves after all. Let's go save France.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Right.
Let's
Right.
go.
I need to go.
That's important, isn't it?
Evelyn's gonna slip back to be next to Chastity, and it's kind of like the big bad might very well be what gets us out of this. Kill him.
I know. I mean, that makes sense. So yeah. Okay. What? No. Oh crap. Hey, Josephine, what do you think about boats?
Boats? What are you talking about boats for? We've got horses to ride.
Shit. Okay, cool. You know what? I forget I asked. Until next time.
Okay.
Madames? Your horses? The stable boy says, a little tow-headed 12-year-old, holding out the reins to you.
Oh, thank you.
All right. Thanks, lad.
Vive la France! Vive la douce!
Yeah,
Vive la douce.
Evelyn. I know that wasn't really Teddy. It was but you know. And she's whispering like quietly just over to Evelyn. But it doesn't seem to matter when it feels this real.
Yeah.
But
Let's focus on trying to get out of this.
yeah. And bringing a world of hurt down on whoever set this all up.
Right. I feel like we could really take some time with it.
Yeah.
And as you say that, we pull back away from the fire. The sound and the fury of it fades into nothingness. And we can see a large cell block. In it, a number of people swaying on their heels, moaning into the darkness in pain and confusion and pain. And the sound of breathing once again emanates through an old tube system. Sound begins to emanate. There's a cone at the end of it, like a Victrola. And a voice comes through, speaking well-articulated French. Octavie. They're coming for the Pretender. Make sure you have plenty of surprises for them. It's time for these girls to learn why they're here in the first place, and why they deserve every treatment due to them. And I think we're going to call game there for the night. Aha!
What happened? Why are we not recognized when we're not out of quiet? Ugh.
Because it has not been relevant yet.
Yes, I know. But it's what's happening to us? Ah.
All right, so folks, that's been another episode of Mage the Ascension the Victorian Age. Did you guys have fun?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
So much. So much.
Nice. I like how lightweight this outfit is.
So Chad has determined that my camera goes blurry when I'm in quiet.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
And then I keep popping out of quiet and it goes fine.
yeah.
And I can't, it will not do it. It will not fix itself.
So I have, so for Josephine, I have Something Good Happens and I Hurt Them More for you.
Okay.
For your game next session.
Yay.
Also, did anybody
Nice.
succeed in following their nature this session?
It
I need
depends
to
if it's in
reread mine.
quiet. If it counts if it's in the quiet.
I will say that anybody who spent a scene in the quiet can gain a willpower point back for playing into their role as a musketeer.
Well, because I was going to say mine is Vigilante. Regain willpower when you inflict major suffering on your target of choice. So
Yeah, okay.
in the quiet, Darcie
Yeah.
is definitely doing that.
Mhm.
Cool.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. So gain a willpower point back.
Sweet.
I think mine. I don't think I did unless Guardian somehow applied, and I don't remember what the wording on that is, but I feel like maybe I need to make some changes to.
I'll allow it because you blew up somebody's head that was going to kill your friend. Josephine or
That's
Evelyn?
I don't
true.
think so for me because
That's
mine's
true.
mad scientist.
Yeah, that's fair.
Mine is Survivor.
It's gain a willpower.
Excellent.
You survive.
It's whenever you survive a difficult situation through stubborn cunning and a refusal to give in.
So just a
I
little
think
bit.
riding a horse over a guy counts as that.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds great. Everybody just take Murderer as their next one. So folks, that's going to be it for us tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in. You're going to take 5 experience points tonight between myself and the chat. So please enjoy that.
Sweet.
I
know.
Thank you, chat.
I want to definitely buy. I would like to buy up an attribute.
Okay, which one?
I am going to be buying Dexterity 4.
Okay, so please pick a specialty.
Yep, I'm gonna choose something. What would be good for initiative?
Fast reflexes.
Specialty. Fast reflexes. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I will take that then.
All right. Anybody else buying up anything they need help with?
No,
All right.
I'm saving my points until after I have my seeking. Whenever we do
Yeah,
that.
well,
I
I'm
need
priming
to-
you for that seeking every episode too. Got tons of mindset.
Oh, I did. So I had mentioned this in our downtime, but then shit got weird.
A little bit.
And so just a little bit. But I was trying to learn Entropy 1 from Evelyn. Can I still buy that?
Yep.
Cool, then I'm gonna buy that.
Sure, sounds good. Once you leave Musketeerland, I'll say you have access to it.
Okay, cool.
All right. So, folks, that's going to be it for us tonight. Can you please do me a favor and check out our sponsor, Bookwyrm Games, and go check out their Kickstarter at questchest.info. That would do me a world of good. Also, if you like what we do here and want to support us directly and get access to 5 or 6 additional games a month, a lot of World of Darkness stuff, a lot of Chronicles of Darkness stuff, some D&D, and some extra fun like that, please go to our Patreon. For as little as $5 a month, you can support us. And I'd love to have more of you on there. It's a great community and it gives you a bunch of perks. It's really, really worth it. Plus, if you donate highly, you get to be mentioned at the end of the episode, like our divine producer, my mom, Jan, and my stepdad, Bob, who are our divine producers. Our demonic producer, Precarious, is an amazing person that you can go watch Friday nights on his channel, twitch.tv/Precarious, where he runs a bunch of games for a bunch of our teammates. I also need to thank our wizards of the Patreon. That would be Tammy the Forever Cleric, the Ink Goblin, and Eddie Isaacs. And to our High Council of the Patreon, Taryn, Buddy, Amberthist, Cubby Gummy, Raven with Baubles, Karasha Urquhart, Chef Aladeth, Larouk, Sorcerer Sanguine, Mike Baxter, and Kaylin Whitebeard. This is all your fault, and I love you for it. Thank you so much for being part of our Dork Squad, and for all of the rest of you who are just in it for the memes or just in it for the other content that is very plentiful over there. Thank you so much. And thanks for just the support. You're all lovely people, and we literally couldn't do this without you. Thanks for making our dorky dreams become reality. We'll see you tomorrow with plenty more games, and I can't wait to show you Dreams of Arcos. Good night, everybody.